Opportunity for a tennis state championship and a track state championship. So, it could blow away all of the records that Carl Albert has had in the past.
Yeah, because this game starts so early, we really won't know about those until later today.
That's right.
We will know for sure if they're going to get one in baseball or not. And when it comes to baseball, this is an interesting matchup. These teams have played now for the third time this season and for the third time this decade in a state championship game. In 2021, Carl Albert beat Bishop Kelley in Enid 13-3 after Bishop Kelley, with their starting pitcher, dropped down a bit as they won the first two games of that state tournament via shutout. But then they ran the buzzsaw on Carl Albert, and Carl Albert won that game in 2021. And then 3 years ago in 2023, these schools played for a baseball state title over at Jinx High School, not too far from here. And behind the pitching of sophomore sensation Declan Murphy, Carl Albert won the game by a score of 7-1. But that completely different group of players. What might be more relevant, but not that much relevant, is these teams have played earlier this season. Back on March 13th, before Carl Albert had the likes of Jackson Webster and Jordan Hawkins coming over from basketball, as they were still playing in the basketball state tournament, remarkably enough, Bishop Kelley beat Carl Albert by a score of 4-2. That was up in the Tulsa area. I believe that was at Collinsville. And then they came back up to the Tulsa area, so this is their third time playing in the Tulsa area. On April 17th was the second matchup between these teams, and Carl Albert won that game 5-2. Now, Kirk, we have perspective on Carl Albert's opponent because we gained some perspective on their opponent in Pryor. Thursday we did Pryor's game against Midwest City. Well, yesterday we did Bishop Kelley's game against Newcastle that they won 3-0. Obviously a different pitcher for Bishop Kelley, but that lineup with all those lefties, when we did that yesterday against Newcastle.
Well, one of the things that I saw yesterday was they actually struggled a little bit the same way that Carl Albert struggled a little bit. They could not get their bats really going. And so it wasn't until later in the game that Bishop Kelley kind of took that over. And so with all that said, whatever team gets the bats going today is going to have a great opportunity because you're working against not your number one, not your number two, but your number three option in pitching. So,
all right, we're going to take a quick break, come back with starting lineups and more. You are watching a broadcast, an audio broadcast of the state championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the Works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call us. This is why you need our number in your phone. This could be you.
When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
Welcome back to the 5A State Championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's the Titans and Comets ready to do battle here. Let's go ahead and show you the starting lineups brought to you by Eastside Church of Christ. Eastside Church of Christ in Midwest City shares the love of Christ to the community by serving others. They invite you to learn more about them and join in serving the Midwest City area. Eastside Church of Christ, located 916 South Douglas Boulevard in Midwest City, or go to ecoc.church. Bishop Kelley is the road team, and here is their batting order. The batting order looks something like this. Leading off is the left fielder, Cooper Courtney. Batting second is the third baseman, Bradley Hastings. C.J. Van Buskirk, who can also go by Kale, is the starting shortstop, batting third. Isaac Anderson, the first baseman, batting cleanup. Tommy Lord, the DH, bats fifth. McCade Manning is the second baseman batting 6th. Max Street is the right fielder batting 7th. Andrew Nix will catch and bat 8th. Carson Thompson is the center fielder batting 9th. And now the moment you may have been waiting for here, figuring out who is going to start at pitcher for Carl Albert. The fielders look like this. From outfield, left to right. Jackson Webster in left. Boston Holland will play center field today. Peyton Lockridge is in right field. The infield, Jordan Hawkins moves from center field to third base. Shortstop is, as usual, Lane Sexton. Second baseman is Peyton Reed. First baseman is Joaquin Golden. In the battery for Carl Albert, Mason Avery will start at catcher for the second straight day. And how about this? The pitcher for Carl Albert, Mac Murphy. And that is amazing, Kirk, because how amazing is it, in fact, his brother as a sophomore pitched in this game 3 years ago against the same school, Bishop Kelley, and came out on top. Could history repeat itself?
It absolutely could. I mean, there's no reason that it can't. And Mac Murphy's got a lot of playing time, not necessarily a lot of mound time, but obviously somebody who is unshaken with the largeness of the event that we're involved in today. I think Mac is going to do fine. We'll see how that plays out. That moves, as you said, Jordan Hawkins to third base, and Jordan is an all-around athlete. He'll handle that side. He'll handle that hot corner very well.
And so, again, the one thing we didn't say about Mac Murphy is he's a freshman.
He is.
But he has played a lot this season, and he has pitched against Bishop Kelley. We're not sure how successful he was, but obviously it wasn't too much of a problem, and Coach Whiteley decided to call on his number. It is kind of a gutsy move given that he's a freshman, as Coach Whiteley had some other options.
Well, and those other options are still available. I mean, that's the thing. This could very well, and I've talked about this since the beginning of the season, this very well could end up being a pitch by committee. You know, if you get a couple of good innings out of Mac, you go ahead and let him come out. He can come back in. He'll be all right. And so, you know, there's a lot of options, and Carl Albert has already sent about 3 pitchers and 2 bullpen catchers to the bullpen to be ready when called upon.
And another interesting thing here is the park. First of all, it's grass, and Carl Albert played all their postseason games up to this point on turf.
That's right. And, you know, that's one of the things that we talked about as soon as I got here and as soon as I saw this. Bishop Kelley, I talked to a guy yesterday. They actually play on dirt and grass. And so understanding how to slide, and this may be an issue as we get on into the game, simply because Carl Albert has played on turf probably 90-95% of the time this year, and you slide a little sooner, you go a little further, and it's a nice fast slide. And on dirt, it doesn't work that way. You've got to slide a little later. You're not going to slide quite as fast, and you've got to get used to that when you're playing here. So we'll see how this plays out, and it looks like we're getting ready to make this thing happen. The coaches are taking the boxes on the field, and the first batter's coming up, marking in the dirt.
Well, the interesting thing, Kirk, will be just the depth of the field and how long it is. We saw a lot of home runs at Owasso. Part of that was because of the wind, but it was a shorter field. And so
it's 400 feet to center field. So, it's a little different ballpark.
If you hit a home run here, you've done something.
Yep.
And we're sorry about the camera there, so we're still getting adjusted. But again, this is going to be an audio presentation. I don't like saying audio only because we will have some features for you, as Mac Murphy's first pitch to Cooper Courtney is a strike. And we're underway here.
Yeah, we're about 3 stories up, so we can tell you if it's left or right, but whether it's high or low, we're not going to be able to help you much.
Well, actually, Kirk, you have a wonderful view.
I do. I've got I got a nice screen right over here.
Now, you can't tell watching, so we're not breaking any rules here, but that is, Kirk can definitely analyze some of the pitching in ways that may have been a little harder in previous games. That pitch misses, and I believe the count is 2-1.
That is correct.
Cooper Courtney had the game-winning hit in the top of the 7th, the bases-clearing double against Newcastle. And he looks for a hit here, and it gets by Peyton Reed, so we do have one aboard, a base hit for Cooper Courtney.
Well, he barreled that ball very well, just bypassing the second baseman there, and a good leap, but still not able to get to it, and so that puts a runner on first.
Peyton Reed was close, but again, he hit it well, did Cooper Courtney, and that's a solid base hit for Bishop Kelley.
Courtney was 1 for 4 yesterday. Bradley Hastings, who comes to the plate now, was 0 for 4 yesterday. Let's see if he can keep that going.
They throw back to first. It bounced on Joaquin, but he got it right back. No problems there. Definitely a very different feel going from a high school field to this. But similar experience that Carl Albert had 2 years ago, although a very different set of players. But 2 years ago they won at Bricktown Ballpark.
That's
against
right.
Duncan. And they scored 13 runs that game. Inside pitch, almost hit him. It's going to be ball 1. That was high and in. Bishop Kelley scored 9 early runs in the quarterfinals against Noble. Held on for a 9-6 victory. Both teams come in with 32 wins. Bishop Kelley has 1 more loss on the season with 11.
Oh, that one caught the outside of the plate. Nice pitch there by Mack.
That makes the count 1-1. Again, they go back to first.
Just trying to keep him a little honest over there. Cooper Courtney's got a pretty nice leadoff on first base.
That's line. That is off the glove of Peyton Reed, another base hit.
Almost exactly the same place as Courtney's hit, and that was just to the right of second base, and that time he actually got a glove on it, but it bounced out into center field. So 2 singles here now put runners at first and second.
And already some early drama here with C.J. Van Buskirk coming up. C.J. had 2 base hits, including a very hard hit double that almost became a triple. It ended up becoming a double play for Bishop Kelley, so they could have had more runs if they ran the bases a little better in the first inning yesterday. But anyway, he cut it. He's a very good hitter. He's the first right-handed batter, one of the only right-handed batters that Mac Murphy will see. And he lines that, or hits it high in the air. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Peyton Reed, who got to first base, but Peyton Reed's very reliable on those high fly balls. And that is a big out for Mac Murphy.
Yeah, he really needed to get that one. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And Kelley's coming out and being aggressive at the plate.
That is true. He hasn't gotten deep in any counts yet, as Mac, so not throwing a lot of pitches. First pitch to the 4th place hitter, the cleanup hitter for Bishop Kelley, is inside for a ball. That's Isaac Anderson, who's their first baseman. So 1-0 the count. Big swing and a miss there.
That was a nice curveball there by Mack, and just did a great job at kind of selling that all the way down to the plate.
Ground ball. Joaquin picks it up, throws to second.
He gets him.
And they got the out. Big play by Joaquin Golden, as he had to dive for that ball. His only play was throwing to second, and he got it in time to Lane Sexton for out number 2. So Mac Murphy pitching to contact, getting help from his defense.
That does move Courtney all the way around to third base, so a base hit here scores a run. And but with 2 outs, a long fly ball negates all that.
Tommy Lord, and he tries to get that out, or tries to get that run. Instead, Boston Holland
there
will
you
come
go.
in center field and get under it. Not a lot of pitches thrown, as again, Bishop Kelley had an aggressive approach, and they come away with no runs. So some clutch pitching for Mac Murphy, the freshman, who had his first two batters got singles, so he had to deal with 2 runners on, nobody out, and he got the job done for the Titans. And we're going to talk about the bottom of the inning sponsors here. Again, this is going to be brought to you by Eastside Church of Christ. And first we will have the Carl Albert batting order. Peyton Lockridge will lead off playing right field. Jordan Hawkins bats second, playing third base in this game. Jackson Webster third in left field. Joaquin Golden, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Lane Sexton, the shortstop, bats fifth. Bo Davis, designate hits, and bats sixth. Mason Avery, the catches, batting seventh. And from the few times we've seen recently, Carl Albert is hitting their pitcher. Mac Murphy will hit, batting eighth. And Peyton Reed will round out the batting order at second base, batting ninth. Here is the fielders for Bishop Kelley. From left to right, you got Cooper Courtney, Carson Thompson in center, Max in right field. The infield for the Comets, Bradley Hastings at third, C.J. Van Buskirk is a shortstop, McCade Manning is second baseman, Isaac Anderson, the first baseman, and the battery for Bishop Kelley. Andrew Nix is behind the plate at catcher, and starting this game for Bishop Kelley is Joe McKean.
Yeah, Joe McKean is a right-handed thrower, and he is a senior. He's going to throw in the mid-80s. He's got a good kind of a slider sinker, and so pretty good control. And so we're gonna see what he can do. Just watching the warm-up, thrown several balls that are kind of low and in the dirt. So we're going to see how this plays out.
We'll adjust the scoreboard as we can. We got a good crowd mic working for you, and we're going to show you the bottom of the first here, or again, I could say show, present to you, audio-wise, the bottom of the first inning. Bishop Kelley did lose in the postseason in the regionals that they hosted to Tahlequah. So I don't know if the pitcher of that game is pitching at some point in the playoffs or the state tournament for him, but they got a very good starting performance yesterday. Here we go. Lockridge aggressive, hits it to shortstop. Right, that's fielded by Van Buskirk. Bit of a high throw, but they get the out. And just like that, there's one out for Carl Albert.
I like the aggressiveness early on, though. If you get a pitch, go ahead and take it. Let's get things going.
I'll remind you, the bottom of each inning is brought to you by Patrick Newby State Farm. Scan the QR code for a free quote.
Jordan Hawkins went 2 for 3 yesterday with 2 home runs. He was all of the offense for the Titans.
Yep, 4 RBIs. And he digs in here, takes a ball.
There again, that one was low.
Well, Bishop Kelley's very aware of what Jordan Hawkins did yesterday.
Absolutely.
And the day before, he had a 3-run blast. Hits this one hard to second. Getting a nice diving stab at it is Manning, who gets out number 2. Got to his feet, but was able to get him quickly and make a good throw, and there's 2 outs. And both teams being aggressive.
I like it. I mean, I think it's the right thing to do. It's going to be who can get him out of the infield and who can get him around the bases. That's just kind of the basis of baseball. So here we got Jackson Webster. Jackson looks to bunt down that left side, down to the third base line, but goes foul.
So we got strike 1. I want to remind you that all foul balls are brought to you by A-grade lawn care. For a lawn above the rest, choose A-grade lawn care. Ground ball. This is going to be a tough play for the first baseman. Not too tough as he gets the out at third. At first, sorry. And we've played 1. It's 0-0. We're going to take our first break. We'll be back with more on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I cannot see. I'm going to try to see if I can get a little help turning off the lights in this room.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. If you've been in a wreck,
I can't see very well. Actually manage.
number in your phone.
This could be you! When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
All right, welcome back to the 5A State Championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This audio presentation brought to you again by the Oklahoma Sports Network and our sponsors of Middale Baseball. Jordan Ray and Kirk Norman. We head now to the top of the second inning. McCade Manning will come up to bat. He plays second base for Bishop Kelley.
Went 1 for 3 yesterday with a sacrifice bunt.
Real quick, Kirk, is this plugged in?
Yes, it is.
Okay. We're just going to make sure it gets power. Okay, we're good here. And we can go and tell you the count is now 1-1.
Fouled that one back. Takes the count 1-2 now.
A-grade lawn care foul ball. A-grade lawn care for a lawn above the rest. Another A-grade lawn care foul ball. And the count is now 1-2. Bishop Kelley looking for their 7th state title in baseball. So both teams have quite a resume as far as baseball excellence. We have another foul ball.
You know, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, but you've got Mason Avery down there catching, and he can be a great support to these pitchers. He is the ace for the Titans and was in there on the first day, and so he did a great job yesterday working with Perrymore. That ball's going to be...
That ball is hit to the outfield. Who will take it? It will be Boston or Jackson, and it looks like Jackson Webster got it.
Yep.
Boston Holland tripped over, not really tripped over Jackson, but lost his balance and stumbled. That was a tough one, Kirk, because it could have been either one, and they're both running right at each other.
You got to have communication, and it doesn't matter if you're running dead speed; your mouth will still work. So you've got to communicate. Either it's mine, or off, whatever you need. But you got to get out there and communicate because you don't want to get somebody injured right here off the bat. Jackson Webster, a good catch, though.
Yes, that's the important thing for Carl Albert. He made the catch. There's one out. Jackson played lost center field. In fact, it's his first pitch to Max Treat as a ball. This outfield has kind of moved around. When we've seen these three together, it has often been Jackson Webster in center, Peyton Lockridge in left field, and Boston Holland in right field. But in this game, of course, Boston Holland will be in center field, Jackson in left, Peyton Lockridge in right. As the next pitch to Treat is a strike, and the count is 1-1. This is a Buffalo Wild Wings top of the second inning.
Yeah, that just caught the outside edge, and that was one of those times when Treat thought, nope, that's outside, and it just laid right in there.
Another left-handed batter for Bishop Kelley. And they have 6. High, and that is ball 2. 2-2 the count now. Murphy working quickly, and he gets another fly ball to the outfield. This will be an easier play for Boston Holland, who catches it for out number 2. I got to say, I've wondered if there would be outfield action this game, Kirk, and there has been.
So far, there's been a lot of it.
And it's been to Max Murphy's benefit. Andrew Nix will step up to the plate. Catcher for Bishop Kelley.
0 for 3 with a walk yesterday. Takes a strike there.
I think that walk may have scored a run.
It did.
Yeah, so he drew a walk when he needed to.
Yeah.
I think he scored the first of the 3 go-ahead runs for Bishop Kelley. That pitch is inside for ball 1. That's how they beat Newcastle yesterday in the 7th inning. The bottom of the order, a couple of them got on base. Actually, 3 of them got on base. That pitch is high for a ball. So I think actually Nick scored the second of 3 runs there. Anyway, 2-1 the count now, 2 outs. Oh, that misses.
Yeah, that one was just barely high.
Again, this is an audio presentation. You can still see the score. The pitch, the balls and strikes count, the outs, the base runners, the inning. Ground ball. Not too hard for Sexton to get there at short, and he gets the out at first.
3 up, 3 down.
And Murphy has retired 6 batters in a row. Great sign for Carl Albert. The freshman is pitching well. Can Carl Albert bats get something going here? We'll find out in a moment. It's the state championship game for 5A baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
And welcome back to the 5A state championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network between Carl Albert Titans and the Bishop Kelley Comets. We saw 2 base hits for Bishop Kelley at the top of the first inning. Both runners were stranded, and we haven't had a base runner since. This is the Patrick Newby bottom of the second. It'll be Carl Albert's turn with their 4, 5, and 6 hitters. That's Golden, Sexton, and Davis.
Again, yesterday, Golden went 1 for 3. And a nice single, and that did move a runner around to score. And Sexton 0 for 3 with a walk, and Bo Davis had the no-no yesterday, 0 for 3.
And right now, Kirk, it appears there's really no breeze. We have open windows so we can tell.
Yeah. We've been fighting the wind for 2 days, just 2 solid days of wind.
And we do have a breeze coming in at times before the game, but right now it's dead.
Yeah.
We know that could change any moment.
Well, we've got, we're here in downtown Tulsa, and we're on the north side. The wind's really coming out of the south. We've got a full downtown area that is blocking the wind, and I think that is really helping.
Yeah. First pitch to Joaquin Golden, I used to call him Bolden, is low for a ball. That pitch is outside, and it's ball 2. We saw some very aggressive hitting from the top of the order for Carl Albert, their outfielders. Although I guess today Jordan Hawkins is an infielder.
Yep.
He feels like an outfielder at heart to me. Now, before this third pitch is thrown of this at bat, Golden steps back into the batter's box, and here we go. The 2-0 pitch. That is fouled over the first base dugout, which is Bishop Kelley's dugout, and that is an A-grade lawn care foul ball and strike 1. A-grade lawn care for a lawn above the rest. They might be mowing my lawn back in Midwest City right now. That misses, and this is a good hitter's count for Joaquin as the count moves to 3-1. Inside, and no, they called it a strike. An inside strike. You could get a closer glance of that, Kirk, but
yeah, it actually it may have painted that inside line.
Full count.
Joaquin didn't believe it, but
Oh, and that is almost a catch by the Bishop Kelley first baseman, Isaac Anderson.
Yeah.
He had that in his glove, Kirk. That was in foul territory.
That's right. It was a very, very good play by Anderson there, but just couldn't come up with the completion part of it.
He's going to say he should have caught it. It's not. That wouldn't be remotely considered an error.
No.
But,
no. You can't error on a foul ball.
Okay, so if you drop a foul ball, it's not an error.
It's not an error. Yeah.
I should have known that. But we'll see if it matters, if Golden can get on base somehow now. Another payoff pitch coming. And another foul ball.
He needed to foul that one back for sure because that one was coming right in the middle of the plate.
Again, it's Joe McKean is the pitcher for Bishop Kelley.
And that time he did try to throw the fastball, just throw it right past.
And it looks like a
bunt.
roller.
Joaquin is not going to make it.
Oh, the hot throw is high. He does make it, and he's going to get a second base here. And the first mistake of the game is made by Bishop Kelley and their catcher, Andrew Nix, who overthrew the first baseman. And Carl Albert will have their leadoff guy aboard this inning at second base as they look to score the game's first run.
So he reaches on an error, and that definitely is an error. It's a throwing error.
And a two-base error.
That's right, and puts Joaquin on second base.
So Lane Sexton will step up now. And the numbers may not show, but I feel like he's hit the ball well. Of course, he had that base running mistake in the first game, but he hit that ball well.
Absolutely.
When he was supposed to have a triple, but he didn't touch second base.
He just literally stepped right over the base.
I don't think that's a mistake that'll repeat itself.
I don't think so either.
First pitch to Lane. He takes a hack at it and misses.
He was a little bit behind on that one.
So strike one.
Again, this is the first time through the order. You're kind of trying to catch up to the pitcher, see what he's doing. So he was a little bit behind. Let's see if he catches up.
McKean a little deliberate here. 0-1 pitch now coming. That is outside for a ball. Again, Golden got on base in part because of a foul ball he hit was not caught by the first baseman for Bishop Kelley, Isaac Anderson, and that may haunt the comments, but we will see.
Oh, it was way over his head. I mean,
well, I'm talking about the foul ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
1-1 the count. That ball is driven to center
field. Get down.
And giving it a run is the center fielder who catches it. Sexton's going to be able to Golden will be able to tag second and slide into third. So it is an effective at bat for Lane Sexton as he moves the runner to third with less than 2 outs. A good diving catch made by Carson Thompson, the Bishop Kelley center fielder.
Well, that sacrifice fly moves Golden into a golden position at third base. You didn't think I was going to use that one, did you?
Hey, it's out there.
Yeah, right.
That's out there for anyone to use with that last name.
Right. So, one away, this is the place. I mean, you want to make that error pay off, and this is where you're going to have to do it right here.
1 out for Bo Davis, runner at third. Bishop Kelley, Kirk, is not bringing their middle infield in.
Nope.
Which means they would seed a run with a ground ball hit to short or second.
Well, part of that is, too, is you're hoping.
Oh, it's going to be a run for Carl Albert.
Ball's coming back. He's going to make it in. He's there.
A wild pitch. And this is where small ball comes in handy, Kirk. You advance a runner from second because of a sacrifice fly hit to the outfield. And then on the wild pitch, that's why you want that runner at third base. All sorts of ways he can score that he can't score from second base.
Absolutely. And, you're looking at making the errors pay, and that's exactly what Carl Albert just did.
So the score is now 1-0. Titans lead the Comets. And we have the count we missed on that pitch. It should be 1-1, I think.
It is 1-1.
2-1. I was about to update that right now. But there is 1 away and 1 run scored. Two-one delivery. Checked his swing. They're going to appeal the first base umpire. He calls a strike. He's going to say that Davis went around, and the count will go to 2-2.
Bo Davis just needs to settle in here and begin to battle. Anything close, he's got to take.
Stays alive with an A-grade lawn care foul ball.
A little bit of off speed there. And McKean is trying to do his work at the mound. Still just one out, so a great position for the Titans.
Davis has been exclusively DHing this year, and he drives one to shallow left field, and coming on is the Bishop Kelley left fielder. That's Cooper Courtney, who makes the catch in out number 2.
Well, that's why you're and so before when Golden was at third base, your outfielders were deep, and that's what was keeping your infield deep as well, was for just that kind of thing. Had Bo Davis done that, the shortstop would have taken it because he had plenty of time to get there, and that would have been the best of all scenarios because it would have held Golden at third.
Yeah, I was going to ask Kirk if he thought Golden was scored on that if he was still at third.
No way.
And there's your answer. So that wild pitch looms large. And just think about how Golden got on base. As Mason Avery has worked a count in his favor.
Mason has had some great at-bats during this state championship run.
And if he gets aboard here, they're going to put a speedy runner in for him, and he will get aboard with a walk. Kirk, let's see who will run for him. And with 2 outs, will Ryan Wadley...
It's going to be Cordray.
Be aggressive. So wide Cordray will courtesy run for Mason Avery.
Cordray's been dealing with a little bit of a knee issue, but he's been running a lot lately and getting ready for just this game and just this time.
So Mason gets to go back to the dugout, get his gear on. And the batter will be Mac Murphy, who will see if he can help his cause, as we like to say when a pitcher gets to hit. Swings at that first pitch. It's strike 1, as that's an A-grade lawn care foul ball.
Again, the Titans are being aggressive. I think it's Whiteley that's told them, hey, we can't stand up there and wait. We got to make things happen, and that's exactly what the Titans are doing right now. As long as you're putting bat on the ball, things are good.
Let's see if they ever send Cordray at some point. Got a solid lead. That pitch is low, ball 1.
I've got to say, for as much grief as I've given the umpires over the last 2 days, this guy's doing a great job.
Well, and you have an even better perspective.
Yeah, much better.
Because we can see any replays, and while it's happening on the screen to your left. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2.
And it was going to be a strike. Mac had to do that.
We have not seen a strikeout yet this game. Strikeouts are brought to you by Patrick Newby State Farm, which will display that again. We already have it up on as our inning sponsor. McKean's 1-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, and there it is, our first strikeout of the game. That is a Patrick Newby strikeout. Please scan the QR code to get a free quote. We thank Patrick Newby for sponsoring strikeouts that inning, and that will retire the side. But Carl Albert, without a base hit, they get a run in. Kirk, you say base hits score runs, but you can score runs other ways, of course.
Errors can score runs, too.
Absolutely. 2-base error led to that. And they have a 1-0 lead here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
We are back with the top of the third inning coming up. Carl Albert has a 1-run lead now thanks to a 2-base error on a hit by Joaquin Golden, a short hit, as the error was made by the catcher, Nix. The errant throw to first base. Golden took second, advanced to third on a fly out to right center field, and then scored on a wild pitch. And here we are as we head to the top of the third inning, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings.
You know, on that error, McKean is listed as an infielder pitcher, and sometimes the easiest throw becomes the most difficult, and that's exactly what happened.
First pitch is a strike. This is Carson Thompson, the center fielder, and Murphy. The first pitch strike.
He went 0 for 3 yesterday, was hit by a pitch.
Carl Albert's so good at capitalizing on other teams' mistakes. 1-1 the count. Murphy delivers. That misses. Count goes to 2-1. Three and 1.
Yep, I think the umpire is actually going to give him that pitch if it's high enough. And the last 2 pitches have been down almost in the dirt.
Here's a 3-1 delivery. That one is hit right at the third baseman, Jordan Hawkins, whose throw is an errant one. So now Carl Albert makes a mistake in the field. Now this will not lead to the runner taking second, but Carson Thomas will reach, and that will be an E5.
Reached on an error.
Well, and Jordan Hawkins has been mostly playing outfield, so it's not that he can't play third. He just hasn't got a lot of reps there in the last few weeks.
Well, and it looked like he was trying to kind of arch that ball over there instead of just lining up and throwing.
So an opportunity for the Comets as they get to go back to the top of the order. And Cooper Courtney, who has a single in the first inning, now has a chance to advance the runner here. They go back to first. It was a little close, but
that was a little bit closer.
Thompson got back, according to the first base umpire. We have 3 umpires this game, just like we did in the previous state tournament games.
Courtney may take off here.
That pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count.
He's getting a nice large leadoff. I understand why Mack is thinking about going to him.
Looks back, the runner is Murphy as he prepares to throw the 1-0 pitch. He will go back to first. That gets past Golden. He almost had him, but he couldn't quite corral the pitch.
He's going to third.
Taking third, and he gets there in time, is Thompson. Thompson will get to third with nobody out. And now it's Carl Albert making the mistakes in the field. And that was a low throw to Golden, Kirk. I thought if he got it, he may have had a chance to tag out the runner.
I think he did. But, you know, all for naught now. Plus, Cooper Courtney, you know, we've thrown back at him a couple of times. He's got the speed, and that's what he does well right there. And he had no hesitation at second base.
So it's Thompson, the base runner, as Courtney will look at that 1-0 pitch coming his way. Good pitch by Murphy. That's a strike. And Mac Murphy, can't imagine the feelings he has, Kirk, given that his brother, Declan Murphy, pitched in this situation 3 years ago.
I bet Declan is here somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Difference is Declan was a sophomore.
Right.
And Mac is a freshman. He's making some good pitches here, though, as he now gets ahead in the count 1-2 thanks to that A-grade lawn care foul ball. There's one other difference between the two that I want to get to here in a moment. I'll go and get to it now. Declan had the experience of pitching an if game against Duncan for a regional championship. That was a game that was not played for Carl Albert because they'd swept Bishop against this year, but 3 years ago they had to play a second game against them. Ground ball is short. That should score a run. So Sexton will focus on the out of first. makes a good throw, but this game is tied. So the mistakes in the field lead to a run for Bishop Kelley, and it's 1-1.
Take advantage of the errors, and that's exactly what they did.
There is one out, as that's an RBI ground out to short for Cooper Courtney. And we start over at 1 apiece. Bradley Hastings will come up. He also singled his first at bat. At least Mac Murphy can say to himself, that's an unearned run. As his first pitch is a ball to Hastings. That one is hit hard to right field. Taking a bad turn at that, and that gets over the head of Lockridge. That will be a double for Bradley Hastings. It looked like Kirk Lockridge did not read that ball well off the bat.
Well, he saw it was going over his head immediately. He turned and started running, and so he was just playing a little bit too shallow, and that's what will happen.
I thought he took a step in when that ball was hit.
He might have, but that one step wasn't going to make a difference for how far that went over his head.
Yeah, I think you're right. So a double for Hastings, and now Bishop Kelley is threatening to take the lead here. In a similar situation in the first inning, Murphy pitched his way out of a jam very effectively. He'll try to do it here as he pitched to CJ, who again, CJ swings at the first pitch, and they have the base leader on the rundown. Can Hawkins supply the tag? He can. So what happened there is CJ Van Buskirk hits the ball, a grounder straight to Mac Murphy, and Murphy had time to look at the lead runner at second base, got him in a rundown, and that's where the out is, and a big out for Carl Albert.
Well, that fielder's choice paid off for Carl Albert right there, because it took the lead runner, and that would have easily put the lead runner at third. So even with 2 outs, you're just hoping you don't get another base hit.
Yeah, but a single won't really hurt them as far as the
no, not at all.
Goes. So Van Buskirk, 2 aggressive swings and 2 outs for him. And now Isaac Anderson takes strike 1. Anderson grounded out to first. On a diving stab by Golden, he had to go second base for the force out. That pitch misses outside. The way that Mason held that glove for a second, Kirk, I think he wanted that call.
Yep.
So that'll be 1-1. Murphy now at 45 pitches. That one is hit to left center field, coming on, and it might have landed between 2 players. Sexton is down. It landed between Sexton and Webster. Webster was able to get to it quickly. So even though there's 2 outs, the lead runner, Van Buskirk, did not take third, and thank God they got the lead runner the previous at bat, as that is a bloop single, but only advances the lead runner 1 base. Just a good location in that ball, Kirk. I don't know if there's anything Sexton or.
So I'm going to go back and remind you of what happened when we had the run together out in left center field.
Yeah.
And that time, Jackson Webster, he should have been the one that called off, and he did not call off, and it's difficult for Sexton to be backing up and keeping your eye on everything. So, honestly, I think that was Jackson Webster's ball, and again, just a little miscommunication. If you're not going to talk to each other, bad things are going to happen.
We now have a 1-1 count after a swinging strike. The batter now.
No, it's 0-2.
Oh, 0-2, sorry. Tommy Lord.
He flew out to center field his last time at bat.
The DH. Sexton looks to be all right, though, as he hit the ground kind of hard, but it's a soft ground. Nice, soft, natural grass field. Murphy can get out of the inning here. 0-2 pitch, looking for his first strikeout. Oh, good stab there by Mason Avery, or that could have gotten away from him.
That would have put a batter on third for sure, or a runner on third.
And second.
Yep.
Instead, it will be just simply ball 1. Mason Avery did not play in the state championship game 2 years ago, but he helped get him there with a strong pitching effort in the semifinals.
You definitely want to leave these two runners stranded.
One-two pitch. That is lined down the left field line. That drops. That's going to score 1, maybe 2 runs. Webster has to dig that out of the corner. The relay throw, they'll have a play. Maybe at the plate. No, they will not. Bishop Kelley takes a 3-1 lead thanks to an opposite field hit by Tommy Lord, a 2-run double.
There again, what you end up with is when you have some errors that are happening, and that's the second error on Carl Albert was that drop in the outfield. When you have an error on Carl Albert, you end up paying for it, and 2 runs cross the plate, and that's what you're going to pay. So Carl Albert here in the third.
Now we have an umpire meeting here. They ruled safe. I guess they were appealing that someone from Bishop Kelley did not touch the bag, would be my speculation.
I think that's what they were appealing.
And the umps got together and decided that was not the case, so the play stands. A 2-run double for Bishop Kelley, and they now have a 3-1 lead. McCade Manning will try to add to the lead with the runner at second. And now Mac Murphy has to shake all that off and try to get one more out here.
He flew out to left field in the second inning.
Outside, ball 1.
Now you're hearing a lot of crowd noise, and that's because this is basically a home game for Bishop Kelley. They brought a lot of fans, and because they're just right across town here.
Well, when you have an unusual start time at 10 a.m., so that's easier when you're close by. That second pitch is a ball 2.
Nope, he called it a strike.
Oh, he did, yeah. I need to stop making calls for the umpire.
Yeah. Well, the guy on the board called it a ball 2, but the umpire called it a strike.
1-1 is the count. Try to go back to that location, misses.
A little high that time. Yeah, 1 ball, 2 strikes. No, 2 balls, 1 strike. My dyslexia caught up with me.
It happens to all of us. That's definitely ball 3. At some point we may see either Coach Wiley or Mason Avery go out to talk to Murphy if this guy reaches. 3-1 pitch to Manning. Coming up from Murphy. Ground ball to second base. Peyton Reed, easy play there, easy throw, easy catch for Golden, and Crowder gets out of the inning. But Bishop Kelley plates 3 runs, and they now have the lead 3-1 over the Titans. You're watching the 5A state championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Welcome back to our audio broadcast of the 5A state championship game in baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Carl Albert looking for their 9th state title, taking on Bishop Kelley, a familiar matchup in state championship games as they're going to play for the 3rd time in 6 years. And right now Bishop Kelley with the 3-1 advantage as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The bottom of each inning brought to you by Patrick Newby, State Farm.
You know, what that says is, these are good programs.
Yeah.
Every 4 years, this is not like professional baseball where you keep a guy for maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And no, This is new players every single year. A fourth-year roster, in most cases, is disappearing every year.
Inside pitch is thrown by Joe McKean to Peyton Reed, and we start things off with a ball this bottom of the third inning. And it's 2-1, or 2-0, sorry. As that second pitch misses, and quickly McKean working. Third pitch. That one is lined to left field. Right field, sorry, and it is caught by the right fielder, Max Treat, who didn't read it well at first, but didn't have to go very far to adjust. And there's out number one. So Peyton Lockridge, who grounded out to the shortstop his last at bat, will step in now for the second time. McKean fires, inside pitch, called a strike. That one is hit foul down the third base line. You can kind of see Lockridge's, I don't know if it was because of that swing, but he's limping a tad maybe. Of course, he had that adventure in Thursday's game where he may have tweaked his ankle. Either way, that's a A-grade lawn care foul ball and strike two.
Lockridge has been consistent. Let's see if he can. That one was inside and high.
So the count goes to 1-2. McKean now at 37 pitches for Bishop Kelley. 38 comes in, and that misses. Count evens 2-2.
Low, low, low.
Quickly comes back for the next pitch. That is great. That's a fair ball. That should be a double for Lockridge as that got past the Bishop Kelley third baseman. Of course, Lockridge, even if he's not 100%, still has some wheels, and he gets to second base easily, and he rallies his troops as he is pumped about this opportunity that Carl Albert has with the top of the order.
Absolutely. And Lockridge, once that got past the third base, Lockridge was off to the races, and he was stretching it out all the way around.
So Bradley Hastings just missed that ball. I don't think he would have thrown out Lockridge. I don't know, because he had to dive on the ground. But we'll never know because it got past him. And here's the guy you wanted to play, Jordan Hawkins, who grounded out to second his last at bat.
And remember, Hawkins just needs to get a good base hit. I mean, that.
He tries for that base hit, swings, and fouls it off. So you can see that he's wearing he has a hood on underneath his jersey.
He was wearing that yesterday.
So 0-1 now the count to Hawkins. Now McKean's a little more deliberate here. And that one is hit to the left side and foul.
Well out of play. Hawkins is at the back of the box and giving, a little bit of credit to the fact that McKean's got a good, 80-plus mile-an-hour fastball. Just gives him an opportunity to see it just a little bit longer.
Pitch now 0-2, count now 0-2. That pitch is high, ball one.
Both of those fouls went, down the third baseline, and so, Jordan's just a little bit behind. He just got to catch up with the timing here.
That one is hit in play, shallow center field, and a good play by the Bishop Kelley second baseman to get there. That is Manning for out number 2. And now it's a big at bat for Jackson Webster. So there is a runner at second, and 2 away.
Webster likes to get up there with 1 out because he would love to bunt and move the runner. But with 2 outs, Webster's just got to swing away here.
Grounded out to first. That one is lined, but that's lined to right field and fouled off. Another A-grade lawn care foul ball.
You know, there's something special about baseball. It doesn't matter where the foul is. There's going to be little kids running for it, and that's exactly what I'm watching here.
Yeah, the excitement of a ball hitting the stands.
Man.
Inside pitch, ball one. You kind of feel like, Kirk, that Jackson is due.
Oh, he's absolutely due.
One and one the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
That was low.
2-1 now the count. Keene now at 46 pitches. Line drive to the third baseman, who stabs it with a shoestring catch. And a good play by Hastings after he missed that double by Peyton Lockridge for out number 3. And we played 3. It's Bishop Kelley 3. Carl Albert 1 here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call us.
This is why you need our number in your phone. This could be you. When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.
Welcome back to our audio stream of the 5A state championship game in baseball between the Carl Albert Titans and the Bishop Kelley Comets. We're now at the top of the 4th inning. And, Kirk, I think we got a new pitcher.
We definitely have a new pitcher. And that will be Jackson Ritchie coming in, sophomore.
And this kind of goes with what you're saying, that, you know, I think what Coach Wiley's doing here is he wants to get ahead of the possibility that Murphy may struggle the second or third time through the batting order. They're in the middle of the second time through the batting order right now. Say middle, towards the end, as we're going to see the second plate appearances for the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Bishop Kelley: Treat, Nix, and Thompson. So it's kind of a good place for Jackson to start off.
Absolutely. And really, no pressure. And when I say that, I know it's 3-1, but no pressure. Jackson comes in. He's just got to pitch to the glove and make sure that he's getting exactly what the coach is asking for.
Of course, Carl Albert came from behind yesterday. Last time they're in the state championship game, different players, but they were down 6-2 early against Duncan, and they end up winning by 7. So you don't expect them to be too fazed by the fact they're trailing right now. That is a swinging pitch on the first pitch. Good job by Lane Sexton to retire Max Treat, the right fielder for Bishop Kelley. So first pitch and an out, and that's even better for young Mr. Ritchie.
100%. Trust the defense. Trust the guys that are behind you.
So one away after one pitch, and Andrew Nix. And I think, Kirk, you may have seen Jackson pitch against Jones, if I'm not mistaken. I have not seen him pitch up close yet, but I've been wanting to because I'm very friendly with his dad, of course, the head girls basketball coach at Carl Albert, Coach Ritchie. It's ball 2. He's down the count 2-0 to Andrew Nix, the Bishop Kelley catcher.
Again, Jackson's got to take his time, pay attention to what's going on, and stay under control.
He's working fast, but he falls behind here, 3-0. Nix grounded out to short his previous at-bat. The 3-0.
That one's a nice pitch. Just stay controlled in your system there, Jackson. The arm will do what it does.
And
there's one.
Got a fly ball that's over the backstop. Mason Avery wanted it, but he had no chances. It goes over the net.
Hey, it's a big, tall, long strike. That's what that is.
Yes.
Brings the.
I mean, those 3-1 pitches are challenging, but I've seen the Crawford pitchers make good pitches on those counts.
Brings the count full. And a Carl Albert Titan student took that and made the catch with his body.
That's close, but it's going to be called ball 4 on that payoff pitch. And Bishop Kelley will have a base runner here. They may have a courtesy runner as that's their catcher.
With one out, if he's fast enough, but he's holding up, yeah, they're going to have a courtesy runner. Coming into the game is going to be Max Gibson.
So again, anytime there's a courtesy runner or a pinch runner, you got to think that's one of their fastest guys coming off the bench and a potential base stealing threat.
Well, Gibson was their ace pitcher that pitched in the first game.
Yeah, he may have gone off to a good start, but at some point, Doble got to him.
Yep.
Scoring 6 runs that game. Well, it may not have been all on him. And now it's going to be Carson Thompson, the center fielder, who reached in a costly E5 and scored Bishop Kelley's first run. And there he takes ball 1. And now there's a bit of a delay from the home plate umpire.
Actually, it was Mason Avery who stepped up and said something to Jackson.
Okay. Oh, that pitch gets away from Mason. It's going to be a wild pitch, and the base runner will advance. So, base runner for Bishop Kelley.
That's Gibson.
Is now at second with 1 out. So that could be costly.
That one bounced. It actually hit the plate and bounced, and that's the reason Avery couldn't get it. When it hits that plate, I mean, it's going to bounce totally different than what it bounces off the dirt.
2-0. That one is skied, and that one
should be
in over the netting.
Yep.
So an A-grade lawn care foul ball.
Another big long strike. Went about 10 seats from where the first one went.
So it's now a 2-1 count. Richie kicks, fires.
Oh,
good.
Yeah. That was just
Inside
nothing
strike.
but heat right there.
And perfect location. It's called strike 2. And Thompson now faces a 2-2 count. Jackson nodding, taking his side. 2-2 delivery. Misses, ball 3.
Outside. Don't lose him here, Jackson. You can do it.
So another payoff pitch Jackson Ritchie is throwing here, and here it comes. And that one is hit in the air towards right field. It's going to be in foul territory and out of play for another A-grade lawn care foul ball. We'll do it again. We are seeing right now some youth for Carl Albert pitching. Yesterday they pitched a sophomore. Started this game with a freshman, and now another sophomore is pitching here. And nothing but positive for their future development that they get this experience. And once again, Jackson Ritchie going to deliver a payoff pitch. And
rang him up.
Great location on that one, Kirk.
Yep, absolutely.
And that will be a strikeout, the first Carl Albert strikeout of this game, brought to you by Patrick Newby State Farm. Scan the QR code, get a free quote. And there's 2 outs now.
That's an important 2 outs there as well, going back to the top of the lineup. When you've got a runner in scoring position on second base.
Cooper Courtney, who had an RBI ground out, so he's been racking up some RBIs lately. First run for Bishop Kelley, takes the ball as we're back to the top of the order. But it's not the third time through as Carl Albert changes their pitcher, so they are not used to Jackson Ritchie. Count now 1-0, 2-0 as that pitch was high and away.
That was actually going to be a changeup there, and the ball just left high in the hand. Never did come back in.
So now Ritchie behind the count, fires, gets a foul ball, A-grade lawn care foul ball, and strike one. We want to also shout out Lucas Perrymore, the game-winning pitcher yesterday for Carl Albert in a big spot against Pryor, going the distance, winning that game 4-2. Again, he's a sophomore, so he and Ritchie are sophomore pitchers. And then you got Murphy, Max Murphy, the freshman pitcher, so those are some things Carl has to look forward to. And we have a balk called, Kirk.
Yep, and he did. He stepped up, and he took the ball in his hand, and they're going to explain it to him. He took the ball in his hand, and then he put it back in the glove and took his hand off the ball, and there you go.
The nuances of that, I never try to understand it, but now Ritchie's going to get a lesson on it. As explaining it to him was the shortstop Lane Sexton and third baseman Jordan Hawkins. They both went to, one of them may have explained it, the other may have been giving him a pep talk as they go back to their positions now. But we have a runner at third, 2 out, so now you worry about a potential wild pitch or pass ball. Won't happen here, but the count will go 3-1 as that misses.
That one missed just a little bit high. Good placement right on the outside, but still just a little high.
Quickly comes back with a 3-1 pitch. That's hit to center field. Back a little bit, Boston Holland, but he's there for the catch. And the all-important third out, and Jackson Ritchie allows no runs in his first inning, keeping Carl Albert very much in this thing, trailing 3-1. And we'll be back with the bottom of the fourth inning here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back to our audio stream of the 5A state championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network. As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning between the Titans and the Comets, Bishop Kelley has a 3-1 lead over Carl Albert. This inning brought to you by Patrick Newby, State Farm. And, of course, I don't like using the term audio only, Kirk, because we are displaying, it's not so much us that we're displaying, but the score, the count, the outs, the inning. So you can still it's still valuable to go see.
Yeah. I mean, heck, you got us.
Yeah, and then there's us. And we're hoping to show you video of a celebration for Carl Albert. If they win, they got to do some catching up to do, but they got the bats to do it. Joaquin Golden will lead off this inning. He reached via an error. Was that an error on the pitcher, Kirk?
Yeah, it's an actual error on the pitcher.
Okay. For some reason, I thought the catcher threw that.
No, it bobbled back to the pitcher. The pitcher took it and threw it well over the first baseman.
That led to a two-base error for Golden. He came around to score. Takes a big hack there. The first pitch was a ball. Now we got strike one as he swung and missed at some high heat. So 1-1 the count.
Oh, that's it. There you go. That's the way to get on base.
You don't mind it when you're down by 2.
No, so just get on base.
Yeah, so you got the tying run up now. Lane Sexton, good guy to have in this situation. He sacrificed the center field that advanced Golden from second to third, and that was very important for Carl Albert scoring their one and only run as Golden then scored on a wild pitch.
Sexton just needs, I mean, he just needs to get the barrel of the bat on the ball and see that thing go well outside.
1-0 to the Carl Albert shortstop. Another guy that, along with Jackson Webster, you just kind of feel like he's due. McKean fires 1-0. It's 2-0. So now we got a couple good hitter counts coming up for Lane Sexton.
Bishop Kelley is sending guys to the bullpen.
McKean, though, been effective. 2-0 pitch, and that is sliced foul towards the right side. He's at 54 pitches. And again, this is in the state championship game. You expect that pitcher to be considered by their coach the third starter. That's one of the things that makes these state championship games interesting. That's an inside strike. Good pitch by McKean.
It was a good pitch.
That's a hard pitch to swing at. But now Sexton will have to, or anything close to it, as it's a 2-2 count. Golden at first. Sexton will step off, call time.
Sexton says, hey, this thing that's holding on my arm here isn't working right, so give me a minute and let me settle my nerves, and then let me hit a ball out there into left center field and get Golden all the way around.
Here comes McKean's 2-2 delivery, and that misses. The count goes full.
Catcher tried to sell that the best he could, but it was definitely outside.
All right, payoff pitch. Carl Albert trying to get another base runner on. And that might be a double play. Oh, it's booted by the shortstop. And he's got to throw to first. Yeah! Time for, or not the throw in time, but Sexton gets there in time. And another error in the field. We've had some not the best defense this game for either team. But if you're Carl Albert, you'll take that mistake. An E6. And there is 2 aboard now. Nobody out for Bo Davis.
Great job there by Sexton. He took off, and Joaquin Golden, I love the guy. Not the fastest guy in the world, but did a great job at getting down. And I thought they were going to go for the double play.
If he caught it cleanly, fielded it cleanly.
Exactly.
Davis is showing bunt. See the first baseman come in for Bishop Kelley. Pulls back, and it's ball 1.
Hey, we want to give a shout-out to Coach Farley, Coach Mo, and out there at the state tennis tournament. They're waiting on the seedings right now, and they're in Oklahoma City, and they're at the Oklahoma City Tennis Center. Here comes the second pitch.
That is laid down. Rolls foul down the third base line. A-grade lawn care foul ball.
That was actually a beautiful bunt that was laid down that third base line, but instead of catching the grass, it caught the dirt, and I can tell you that dirt's going to take it right out. But that was beautiful because it would have been a race then to third base, and Golden got a good jump.
So now with 1 strike on the count, we'll see if Davis tries to do it again. He is showing bunt. And the first baseman coming way in, not the third baseman. Here comes McCain's pitch. That is a good bunt.
That's going to make it. That's going to make it.
And that's going to be an infield hit.
Great
bunt
job.
Base hit. Bo Davis. And the bases are juiced.
No outs.
Just pushing that past the pitcher. There's no infielder to get that as the shortstop went to cover second. And now Bishop Kelley will have a meeting at the mound.
Bishop Kelley says, hang on here. This is not the way this is supposed to go.
And it will be Mason Avery playing in his last game for Carl Albert, who will have a massive at-bat here.
And Mason needs to relax. Mason doesn't have to be a hero. Mason's just got to pass the bat. You pass the bat, a scorer runs. A run scores. That's what I meant.
I wasn't about to correct you.
Go ahead and correct me. Yeah. Well, I don't care if a run scores or a score runs, as long as we get 1 across the plate.
So one of the things I'm going to look for is, I would imagine the middle infielders for Bishop Kelley will be at double play depth and probably give up a run if they can get the double play.
Absolutely.
And that does what it looks like. No pitching change, but as Kirk mentioned, there is action in the Bishop Kelley bullpen.
I can tell you right now that Coach Baza and Ryan Whiteley are having their own meeting down here on the side, and they're looking at the possibility of pinch hitting here, and probably
maybe
for Mac Murphy if that comes up. And
that ground ball is hit to short. This is going to be a tough double play turn. No, they got it cleanly. It is a good double play, a 6-4-3 double play. Not sure why I thought that was going to be tough off the bat because Mason runs well for a catcher, but he's still a catcher. But a run does score for Carl Albert, and they will have the tying run at third. Swinging at the first pitch, and there's now 2 away. The score is 3-2. So still an opportunity for Carl Albert. Not quite what you're hoping for.
Still have a runner in scoring position on third base.
Mac Murphy. He's staying in the game. So Kirk will have to see, is he now the DH?
We'll have to check on how that plays out.
I think he is. I think they don't have to use the DH right away to use the DH.
Nope.
That is an A-grade lawn care foul ball. So that was something I didn't even think about when Richie came in. And the count is 1-1 on the second pitch missed.
I believe it's 2-1. Oh, that one.
Yeah, we were talking about a lot of stuff while this at bat started.
That one was right in there.
And you're right. It's now 2-2.
2-2.
As that was called a strike on the outside corner. So 2-2 with 2 outs.
So Mac's going to have to do a good job here of just protecting the plate. And
he
tried.
Does. He protected it, just getting it.
Barely touched it.
A-grade lawn care foul ball, but we'll do it again at 2-2.
Yeah, barely touched it. The umpire's calling for the young man to come in and bring in the extra balls because they've been fouling them off right and left. So you've still got Lane Sexton down there on third base, and he's got the speed. It's just a matter of getting a base hit.
2-2. That is hit to left field. It's going to hang in the air long enough for Cooper Courtney to get the catch for Bishop Kelley and retire the side. So there was bases loaded, nobody out. Carl Albert gets 1 run in that situation, but that's all they get.
Hey, it's 1 more than we had.
So they're chipping away, though. They're still very much in range here, down by only a run here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Welcome back to our audio broadcast of the 5A Baseball State Championship game. No surprise here, we got a close one between the Titans and the Comets. Right now, Bishop Kelley with a 1-run lead, looking to add to it here in the top of the 5th. Top of each inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, located 5500 Tinker Diagonal in Dale City. So Bradley Hastings, who's had a good day, a single and a double, and scored a run off that double. And Jackson Ritchie throws ball 1 on the first pitch of this at-bat.
Ritchie's just got to not think about anything else. And
moves that pitch in a little bit and gets the strike on the second pitch. 1-1 now the count.
He just needs to be playing catch with Avery. Let the defense do their job.
That one is hit high
That is
to
a deep
right
ball.
field, and Lockridge makes the catch in the corner.
Nope, he does
No,
not.
he did not. He came up short of that. Heard the wrong side cheer.
Stand-up double.
Couldn't quite get there, and another double for Hastings as he hit that one very high.
That one had a chance of getting out of here.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got to do some work. And the reason I say that is because you don't want to just keep giving up little bit by little bit. We've got to keep adding. If we add one, that's fine. But we've got to play good defense. So we've got to leave Hastings stranded on the bases. And here comes Coach Whiteley.
Richie only has thrown 23 pitches. But again, this is kind of like a bullpen game for Carl Albert potentially. And they have other guys they can go to, and they will. They will make a pitching change.
Yeah, he's going to turn and hand that ball there to Lane Sexton, I believe.
So one of the few times you'll see Carl Albert bring in a fielder to go and pitch. So we'll update you on some of the musical chairs that will then take place here. We'll take a quick break, though, here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the Works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call us.
This is why you need our number in your phone.
This could be you! When you call our firm, you're going to get one of us, not some paralegal or office manager.
Most lawyers, they take more money than their clients. Most of the time, a lot more.
We don't, and we guarantee it.
Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back to Carl Albert Titan State Championship game baseball on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The pitcher is Lane Sexton. Jordan Hawkins will play shortstop. He hasn't played much shortstop this season, I don't believe. Murphy actually stayed in the game, moved to third after he was replaced on the mound. And I think Boston Holland is coming back into the game at center field. I don't know all those DH rules, Kirk, but apparently Holland was able to come back in. And you want him in center field if you don't have Hawkins out there. There is a runner at second. Here in the top of the fifth. This is important pitches for Lane Sexton. The first pitch is a ball.
Just a little bit low. Nice placement.
CJ, go ahead.
Yeah, Van Buskirk had turned on that like he was going to take the bunt, which with no outs makes all the sense in the world. He turns on it again.
He shows bunt, pulls back. Right now Lane still not quite getting the strike zone as that pitch was low and away. Van Buskirk did not take a pitch until now, as he has his first pitch swing and put him into play and was out both times. A fly out to second and a ground out to the pitcher, though a run scored. So he did score a run because there was an out on the base paths. It's a fielder's choice. That is a foul ball.
Yep.
As he was trying to bunt there and strike one. A-grade lawn care foul ball. So now Lane gets a strike in, and we'll see if he gets comfortable out there. As Carl Albert tries to keep the lead, or the deficit for them, at one run. Again, Van Buskirk shows bunt. Golden steps up, and that's fouled. So good pitching for Lane to avoid a bunt here as we get to a 2-strike count, and we now expect C.J. Van Buskirk to hit away. But he's a good hitter, too, so
he is a good
job
hitter.
is not done with this at-bat. Mason wanted that pitch on the outside. It's not going to happen. It's going to be ball 3.
Yep, he was trying to sell it, but it was just a little bit outside. You know, sometimes we talked about this on Thursday, I believe, or on Friday. Thursday.
Payoff pitch is sliced foul. Go ahead.
We talked about this on Thursday, but a catcher that is trying to frame sometimes does the pitcher an injustice.
Yes.
You can spin your glove. That's one thing to bring it over. But if you actually break and move your glove that hard, you're basically telling the umpire, hey, it's outside, and I was trying to make it look good.
We'll do it again for the payoff pitch. Here it comes, and that misses inside. And it's a walk for Van Buskirk. He will take first. There's now 2 on. Nobody out for Isaac Anderson, who had a bloop single. That was a big bloop single.
Yep. It's the no out that is the problem right now. I mean, there's so many options that Bishop Kelley has at their disposal when you've got 2 on and no out.
Yeah, in high school, you'll bunt with your cleanup hitter.
Absolutely.
Just like the third place hitter was looking to bunt there. First pitch, he was showing bunt, pulled it back and takes a strike on the outside corner. Does Isaac Anderson, and it's 0-1.
Anderson didn't like that call, but, you know, this is where that umpire has been so consistent all day long. He has called that a strike all day, and that's when the batter has to adjust. Blew it by him.
Inside pitch is swung on and missed. No attempt. He wasn't showing bunt there at all, and bunt is not on the table right now. He's going to have to swing away with a count 0-2.
Well, again, when you've got the lead, you don't necessarily go to small ball with the lead. So
swung on it. Oh, foul tip.
Yep, foul tip. But that was a well-placed pitch there.
Yeah. And foul tip, but not caught by Avery, so it's just a foul ball. Still, count remains 0-2.
Avery looks over at the dugout and says, I tried, man.
Yeah, nothing easy about that.
No.
So we'll do the 0-2 count again. Lane pitching to Anderson. Anderson hits one, and Reed with a catch. Can he get the double play?
Oh, almost.
Almost.
That was so close.
He caught it, tossed it to Golden, but the base runner, Van Buskirk, got there just in time, and there's only 1 out, but still a big out.
That's an important out. Runner still on first and second. Again, all your options are available to you, but the double play now shuts out the inning.
Yeah, I don't know if Bishop Kelley wants to bunt if it would lead to 2 outs. It'll be Tommy Lord, who had the big hit of the game, and he will take a strike 1 here as he swings and misses.
Got in on his hands, and Lord just couldn't catch up to that ball.
But Lord, in the previous at-bat, had the 2-run double. He hit the opposite way, and that's making the difference right now.
Got in on his hands again, same pitch, and Lord likes that one, but he can't catch up. Remember, every base is an out, so anything in the infield is going to put 1 more out on the board, and that will be very important.
So after a walk for Lane Sexton, he's gotten ahead of the next 2 batters. See if he can take advantage of this one. And here comes, he's going to step off the mound for a bit.
And good move. It looked like he was unsettled right there. That's just a smart play by Lane.
All right. Now here comes the 0-2 delivery. High, ball 1.
And he's okay with that. I mean, when you got an 0-2, you know, it's okay.
1-2. That's also outside and ball 2.
That one was way outside. And this is where you want to make sure. Lane was trying to take a little off of that one, and he's just got a rocking fire at this point.
So Lord works the count even. That one is a base hit. The runners had to slow down, and there will be no extra movement as there's a good throw made by Lockridge to the catcher, Avery. So both runners just advanced one base, but now there's some pressure on Lane Sexton with bases loaded and just one out.
Well, now there's a force at every base, not just the infield bases, but even at home plate, and that's where you definitely want to take it to. And they have got a courtesy runner in there for Tommy Lord, and that'll be number 21, Ben Jane, sophomore infielder.
Well, you don't have to worry about him stealing because there's 2 runners ahead of him. You do have to worry about McCade Manning, who is 0 for 2 on the day with a fly out to left field. He grounded out to second, his second at bat. And we see the Bishop Kelley coach coming to talk to the home plate umpire. Their coach is Zach Postoke.
Again, with one out, though, Jordan, a long fly ball is a run. So
yeah, so there's some outs, some top outs you want to get. Strikeout right. Being the number 1.
You want to keep this in the infield and keep everybody where they are.
First pitch is a foul ball, A-grade lawn care foul ball. Hawkins and Reed are at double play depth in the middle infield there. Looks like Golden and Murphy are both playing in a little bit. It's now an 0-1 count. Sexton's 0-1 pitch in there.
Yep.
Got the outside corner, strike 2. Now guy had the last batter 0-2. Couldn't.
Yeah, again, the umpires is going to call that every time, and they're not adjusting to it.
So if he goes back to the well there or goes back inside or goes inside for the first time, this is bad. Avery setting up outside. The 0-2 pitch. And it was tempting. It swung on and hit foul.
Yep. Fouled it back, but that was a good pitch there by Sexton. Count remains at 0-2.
Bishop Kelley looking for a bigger lead here. You don't feel safe with a 1-run lead against Carl Albert. Carl Albert wants to keep it at 1. We'll head back to almost the top of the order when they hit in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Avery sets up outside again.
And that pitch misses outside, and it's ball 1.
That was a little too far outside, yeah.
But that's a good 0-2 pitch.
Absolutely.
That was a little tempting.
Well, and especially after you stood there and watched one that looked outside to you.
Yeah, and it was called strike.
And it was called strike, yeah.
The 1-2 pitch. That one is hit into center field, base hit. That's going to score at least a run, maybe 2. Here comes the throw for Boston Holland. It would be close, but not quite in time. It's 5-2. Comets lead. And unfortunately, Lane Sexton has had trouble closing the door after he gets ahead in the count as McCade Manning with a 2-run RBI single.
Well, that's what we talked about, was that you got Hastings and Buskirk, both of them fast guys, third baseman, shortstop, and they make it around on that single, and now you've got runners again, one in scoring position and one at first. So Max Treat comes up, right fielder. He flew out in the second inning and got thrown out in the 4th inning.
Yeah, ground out the shortstop then. All right, well, now Crawford has to keep it a 3-run game here.
That was nice.
First pitch is a strike. Well, again, he's gotten ahead of the count. He just hasn't been able to finish the deal. That's with the last 2 batters, both getting base hits. So you see Bishop Kelley, how good they are. I mean, with 2 strikes, they hit pretty well. 0-1, 0-2.
Nice off-speed pitch, kind of froze him. He was thinking about swinging, but it was too late.
Now we'll see if this time, ahead in the count 0-2, if Lane can get an out pitch in there.
Come on, Lane. Nope.
That is outside, that third pitch, and called ball one.
Now remember, Lane is getting the pitches coming in from the coach. And so the coach is telling him exactly where he wants that ball to be thrown. And so that's Lane's job then, is to not make a mistake with the ball. Hey!
Gets a strike out there. Swung on and missed. I think it's only the second time that Bishop Kelley has struck out, but it's a big one. So now there's 2 runners on, but 2 outs. As we are at the bottom of the order for Bishop Kelley, Andrew Nix, who grounded out the shortstop and walked today, will step in. Still a chance for Bishop Kelley to expand their lead even more.
Well, this is when Carl Albert needs to pick up this third out and then get a rally going here in the bottom of the 5th, because time begins to get short.
Yep.
And you've got to make it work. Now, we're going to have the last at bat no matter what.
That pitch gets away from Murphy. Sorry, not Murphy, but it gets away from Avery, and both base runners advance.
If things go as planned here, that advancement doesn't really change anything. You've just got to get the out at first, the fly out, whatever it is, and no scores go on the board.
Yeah, just can't do that again. And they won't, as this ball is set
go
to center
deep.
field. Boston Holland gives it a run,
got it.
And he gets under it for out number 3. But Bishop Kelley gets 2 runs in, and they are in command here. But still time for the Titans to make a rally. We'll see if they can right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Welcome back to our audio presentation of the 5A State Championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network. The bottom of each inning, as we are now in the bottom of the 5th, brought to you by Patrick Newby State Farm. You see the QR code on the upper right part of your screen. Scan the QR code for a free quote. The Newby Agency has been serving Oklahoma since 1978, and they want to keep serving you, and there's your opportunity to do that. Patrick Newby, we appreciate his sponsoring Middale Sports throughout this season. You can also call him at 405-733-7671.
Well, in between there, Coach Whiteley got the entire team together, and they had a good meeting over there, and Coach Whiteley has, I think, challenged them. And so I'm going to stand. I'm going to do something different. And
hey, you're still on the screen, so you're good.
Okay. I'm going to stand. I'm going to do something different because, hey, I'm in. I might put my own rally cap on here in a few minutes, so you never know. Whatever we can do to help, we're going to do it. That's what Carl Albert people do.
We'll start this inning off with Peyton Reed, his second at bat. He flew out to right field in his first one, the number 9 hitter, so if he can get aboard, then you got the top of the order. First pitch is a ball.
High.
Joe McKean been very effective for Bishop Kelley as he's now at 70 pitches.
That one's outside.
Ball's behind 2-0. Well, a situation where you want walks if you can get them.
Yeah, I just went on base. I don't care how it happens.
Swinging at that one and fouling it off. It is strike one for Peyton Reed. the Carl Alberts second baseman. And they grade lawn care foul ball. 2-1 pitch.
Well outside. Yeah.
See what Peyton is looking for on this pitch if he gets what he likes or decides to take it with a chance of drawing a walk. Here comes the 3-1. Inside, it is called a strike. I think that still is a good pitch to take.
It was a take anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he's doing. He wasn't looking to swing away.
Now he's got to expand his zone, and that pitch misses, and Carl Albert has a leadoff hitter aboard.
I'll take it.
And with the guys they have coming up, could be a very big deal.
I'll take it. Peyton Lockridge, his last time at bat, he doubled. Yep. And we need to see some more of that.
Hard hit ball that got right past the third baseman for Bishop Kelley, that being Hastings. And Lockridge, I think he's been hitting the ball well this whole tournament. Doesn't always yield to base hits. That one is put into play, but it's hanging there for a long time. Very high.
Yep.
And getting there is the Bishop Kelley center fielder, Carson Thompson. And there's out number 1. So not what you're hoping for there. But now you got Jordan Hawkins up to bat. And he hasn't gotten on base yet. So
again, Jordan doesn't need to try to get everything back. He can't get everything back in one swing. So really what he's got to do is get the ball in play and get on first and move Reed around.
And there's will. Base hit right down the middle. Fielded by the center fielder. And now Carl Albert has the tying run at the plate. You would almost think with Jackson Webster batting that they might consider bunting if it was still 3-2. But now it's 5-2. So we're expecting him to hit away. Lined out to third base. Hit that well, too. So that's what we talk when we say he's due, Kirk, it's because of outs like that.
Absolutely. Third baseman just got his glove in the right spot last time. And but Webster, he can definitely swing away.
Shows bunt. Of course, Carl Albert already has an infield bunt single.
Again, he did that same thing last time, and this one just went on down the line a little bit, but you don't want one to be in the air that long.
Yeah, so it's 0-1 now. Webster also grounded out to first, his first at bat. And again, he's showing bunt with an 0-1 count. It gets behind him, it gets past the catcher. No problem. That's ball 1. We'll see what his approach is now. Because I think Kirky may have been trying to bunt for himself. Which, of course, with his speed, he can definitely do that. If you're Bishop Kelley, you probably don't worry too much about the runner at third.
No, but they are going to come in and talk about it. And the reason they're going to talk about it is because they know that Jackson Webster is one of the fastest guys on the team. And so laying a bunt down when you've got a guy on third base, totally different story than laying a bunt down when a guy's on second.
Yeah, so as Kirk said, there is a meeting at the mound right now.
You know, one of the things about having the meeting at the mound and the umpire's going out there, he's going to call this one off short. But one of the things about having a meeting at the mound is it also gives Coach Whiteley an opportunity to talk to those players that are out there. And everybody gets on the same page, and we'll see how this plays out as we move forward. One out, though. Good opportunities here for the Titans. Well, again, you don't have to score them all right now, but you've got to put something on the board.
Well, I wonder if one of the things you might mention to the Titan base runners, Hawkins and Reed, is on a ground ball, depending on where it's hit, you don't have to go.
No, that's correct, because you've got first base open.
Yeah, because Bishop Kelley may look to get a lead runner given Jackson Webster's speed on a particular hit ground ball. Now
you're learning this baseball thing, Jordan.
I've done enough games now. I should know something. Here comes a 1-1 pitch, which we're doing to me.
Webster,
base hit. Drop. That's going to score at least one run. Hawkins rounds third. He will score standing up. Webster, the tying run, will slide into second with a double. We said he was due, and that's why he could do stuff like that. And it's 5-4.
And one out.
We're going to call that a double. You could say he advanced to second on the throw.
No, it was a double. It was a double. Well, we're going to say it's a double. Shoot, yeah, we're going to say it's a double.
I mean, just the way he's been swinging, Kirk. We thought he was, he got some hard hit outs.
Well, yeah, again, his last time at bat, he barreled the ball. It was just a great play by the third baseman. And now you've got Joaquin Golden up, who's been on base 2 times already.
And Webster's got speed. As Golden takes an inside strike.
Yeah, he took that one like right in the nose because that was a sweet ball right down the middle.
So a run scored for Hawkins and Reed. And Carl Albert, they're not going to go away. And they can tie this game with a base hit. That pitch is outside for a ball. 1-1 the count.
Hey, if all I had to do was to stand up to make this happen, why didn't you tell me to stand up in the second inning?
Well, hey, I would never tell one of my seniors that he has to stand up.
Oh!
It's out of respect. That one is in the air into foul territory and into the seats. So an A-grade lawn care foul ball, but it's strike 2 for Golden. And now he's got to expand his zone some. Lane Sexton is on deck.
Hey, the Titans aren't going to go down without fighting. They're just not.
And if all he gets 2 runs, it's still a big deal.
Hey, let's make it a battle. Let's make it a battle.
There's a lot of baseball left to be played here. This has been an excellent game so far. 1-2 delivery. Staying alive is Golden there.
Foul tip. Good battle there by Joaquin.
Another A-grade lawn care foul ball. I just got my invoice from Kirk as they finished mowing my lawn today.
Hey, great job.
It's great to have that when you make the long trek to Tulsa and 2 long weekends of high school baseball playoffs. So I'm glad to have some help there.
Yeah, I'll be mowing when I get home.
So we'll do the 1-2 count again. Here it comes.
Oh, hit. Second time hit by pitch. He goes on base.
Back-to-back hit by pitches for Joaquin Golden. He gets hit in the back both times. We'll see if he's the winning run, or not the winning run, we don't call it that, the go-ahead run.
No.
We'll see if they may
there we go.
consider pinch running for him.
Second time to the mound here.
That means it's got to make a pitching change, right?
In the same inning. Hey, I looked on their roster. It's interesting. Other than this, he's going to change him out. Other than their catcher, Andrew Nix, they have everybody listed as a pitcher. So they're just going to keep running them in.
It's a good idea. You just see what you got. Have everyone try out for pitching and see what you got. They may have a lot here. We'll take a quick break because there is going to be a pitching change right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rolling.
This looks like you need our number in your phone.
This could be you! Your home isn't just where you live, it's where you thrive. Elevate it with a roof that reflects your standards. At Cantrell Roofing, we deliver efficiency and high-quality installations. Our A-plus BBB certified team performs the highest level of craftsmanship, and our in-house insurance adjuster handles claims fast and stress-free. Backed by 30 years of experience, our 5-star Google rating reflects the trust we've earned. The better your roof is built, the better it holds up in the Oklahoma weather. Remember, got hail? Call Cantrell.
Welcome back to this audio presentation of the 5A state championship game in baseball between Carl Albert and Bishop Kelley. Jordan Ray here sitting down, Kirk Norman here standing up, and it's worked out for the Titans that he is.
We'll do it.
Yep. And the new pitcher for Bishop Kelley And what was the number again?
Number 43, Ben Hickson, comes in out of the bullpen. He's wearing the dirty pants, and let me tell you a little bit about that. I saw him coming in today. So none of these guys that have played in the last 3 days have washed their pants. And that's kind of a baseball thing.
That sounds like it.
So
at some point he got dirty, though.
Yeah, and so he has run for somebody, or he has played in the outfield, or whatever the case might be in the last 3 days, but he has not washed his pants. And so here he comes in to pitch.
Wyatt Cordray represents the go-ahead run, has pinch run for Golden. We expect Golden to come back in the game, though. So a one-time pinch runner situation. Lane Sexton, the batter. 1 out. 1-run lead for Bishop Kelley. Sexton takes a high pitch for a ball. So it'll be interesting to see when you bring in a new pitcher, you never know when he's going to start throwing strikes. It may be right away. It may take him a batter or two.
Yep. Sexton reached on an error his last time at bat.
A bobble by the shortstop.
Yep.
Van Buskirk. That
Get over!
Gets over the third baseman.
That's a score!
Tie the game.
That's a score!
It's going to tie the game. Cordray third, standing up and taking second there is Lane Sexton.
Yeah, you're not going to stop Jackson. You know, he could have come from anywhere and scored. Great job. Single, bounced over the third baseman, and they're hitting this guy. That's all we want to know at this point.
We have a brand new ball game, folks. Bishop Kelley entered this bottom of the fifth inning up 5-2, and the Carl Albert Bats have come alive. That was a bouncer that went high over the third baseman for Bishop Kelley. That's Hastings. No way you could get to that, and at that point, you knew Webster was going to score easily from second. Cordray advanced 2 bases. Sexton advanced 2 bases, and the Titans may not be done yet this inning.
Hey, 1 out. 1 out. That's what you want right there. Got a man at third base, a fly ball, and they're going to he's going to take off his stuff. I thought maybe that the new pitcher balked or something, but no.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
And
no,
I kind of would hate to see that.
Timeout to get off, to get his sliding glove on and get his other stuff.
Unless there's a clear balk, I hate to see the winning run, or not the winning, go-ahead run scored like that. But Mason Avery on the last at bat swung at the first pitch, did score a run, but he grounded into a double play. Here the infield is in. They want to stop that runner at third. And that pitch is high. Ball 1.
Well, this is actually Bo Davis that's up to bat.
Bo Davis,
not Avery. Runners in scoring position, 1 out. You couldn't ask for more. Carl Alberts put 3 on the board in this inning.
Now, he had a perfect bunt single his last at bat, but with the infield in, probably won't try it here.
Infield's way in.
Yeah.
That ball's outside.
Mason Avery is on deck. They may do the intentional walk here now. That's 2-0, and that would set up a force with a slower base runner.
No, I don't think you've got any intentional going with 1 out. There's just no sense in that.
Well, it may happen anyway, though, as the count now is 3-0. I guess another way to put it, a walk wouldn't be the worst thing for Bishop Kelley.
No, they can put somebody on the base. That's not a problem.
And they will.
And they're going to go ahead and tell him.
So it becomes an intentional walk after 3 balls. And the bases are loaded with 1 out. So, again, and Bishop Kelley knows this, Mason Avery already hit into a double play. And now it's very much set up here. And he's going to get some encouragement, including the hands on the shoulder from Ryan Whiteley.
Hey, this is what Avery's looking for. Avery is the number 1 pitcher. He is the ace for the Carl Albert Titans. And so let's just give you this. This is his possibly last at bat as a senior. This is the opportunity. He doesn't have to hit a home run. He's just got to hit a single to go ahead in the state championship game, and it puts the pressure back on the Comets.
So Hickson, the pitcher, throws first pitch. That's sliced foul. A-grade lawn care foul ball and a strike.
Mason was just a little bit behind it. No problem.
3 runs played this inning for Carl Albert. They got 3 more base runners. Jackson Webster, really the big star of this inning, as he accounted for all 3 runs, batting in 2 and scoring the 3rd. 0-1 pitch.
Outside.
They tried to frame it, but to no avail. It's ball 1. Nix, the catcher, moved it in some, didn't matter. And the count is even to Mason Avery. Looking to give Carl Albert the lead. Almost got hit.
He was willing. He was willing. He was going to let that hit him.
Carl Albert led this game 1-0.
Come on, Mason, be a warrior. Be a warrior.
And Bishop Kelley has scored 3 runs in the 3rd, 2 runs in the 5th. Carl Albert got a run in the 4th, 3 runs down the bottom of the 5th. Looking for more.
High.
That is called ball 3. 1 more of those, and Carl Albert will have the lead.
Again, whatever it takes. That's what Mason's thinking right now. Whatever it takes.
Stressful pitch for Hickson for Bishop Kelley. Here he comes with it, and that is called a strike.
Yep.
Mason what he had to do.
Mason knew it. Now you got it. Now you got to battle. Now you got to protect the plate.
It's a full count, 1 out, so not a head start for the base runners.
If it's even close, you can't take anything that looks like it could be. You got to foul it off, get rid of it, whatever you have to do.
Oh, swung at the high heat, and Avery strikes out. Good pitch thrown by Hickson, but they have another chance. Let's see who Carl Albert brings to the plate. Okay, they are going to have a pinch hitter here.
Yep, this is Camden Brown.
Yeah, we haven't seen him in the postseason, but he was playing some first base earlier in the year when Golden was injured. And he's got a lot of potential. I've heard good things about his power.
Absolutely. Lefty, and he is a freshman, but has good power and swings through the bat well. I don't think you're going to see him pop it up. He'll have a nice line drive or something through the infield.
So once again, Carl Albert relying on a freshman. In this case, is in a pinch hit situation. He's a lefty batter, as Kirk said. And he swings at the first pitch. It's an A-grade lawn care foul ball and strike 1.
He did get under that one just a little bit. Come on, Camden.
Not surprised we see some runs scored in this game, of course, with both teams using up their best pitchers in the quarterfinals and semifinals. So we'll see which pitcher can really step up here. It's a good opportunity for Lane Sexton next inning. We've got to get to this one here.
Outside.
The 0-1 becomes 1-1 with that outside ball. Cordray at third, Sexton at second, Davis at first. Two outs. Bishop Kelley will take any out any way they can get it. And they'll stop the bleeding. 1-1 pitch.
That was low.
2-1.
Come on, Camden. Nerves of steel, young man.
Hitters count, and again, another good young talented player for Carl Albert. Let's see what he can do with his experience. Takes an outside pitch and misses. So once again, Ben Hickson for Bishop Kelley finds himself in a tough situation.
You're hearing a lot of crowd noise because they're sitting on the side that they can't see whether it's outside or over the plate. And so they're upset, but that was well outside.
Hickson's got to throw a strike on the 3-1 pitch, and he does again. He has
it right down the middle.
Thrown a strike when he needs to. So once again, we have a full count. Now the runners will take off on this pitch. So Camden Brown hit a home run in the first game of the regional.
Protect the plate.
So he hit a home run against Bishop McGinnis, Kirk, and I wasn't there for that. But
protect the plate. He did.
Our friend Tracy Musset, thankful that he is tuning in to remind us of that.
Wind was blowing out at that time, and There's little to no wind, but anything that there is blowing in.
The runners are going to take off. Payoff pitch. That is hit in the air to left field.
Get over!
That goes!
Get over!
It goes over the head. That's a
double! Ground rule double!
I think, it's going to be 2 runs because it's a ground rule double. If that stayed in play, I was going to declare 3 runs easily.
Whoop, whoop!
You'll still take it if you're Carl Albert.
Absolutely. 2-run score.
Is a 5-run inning, and how about that freshman with a ground rule double? If that had stayed in play, that would have no doubt scored 3 as the runners were taking off on that pitch. And Camden Brown will have something to feel really good about heading to his sophomore year. So much young talent on this team, Kirk, and you're seeing some of them step up. They now lead.
Runners at second and third now. Camden Brown gets a hold of that one, sends it over the left fielder's head. That ball is outside. Sends it over the left fielder's head, and again, just like you said, there's this young group of players. They've just got ice water in their veins.
Lockridge the batter here. He swings and misses. It's strike 1.
Actually, this is not Lockridge up. This is number 8. This is Peyton Reed.
Oh, Murphy was the one who got hit for him.
Yeah.
Peyton Reed now 0-1. Or 1-1.
We've actually batted around. Going to take the right down the line. Oh, when it hits that dirt, it is going to blow out. You just want to keep it on the grass. Had it stayed on the grass, he was there.
A squeeze play, but it's going to be an A-grade lawn care foul ball and strike 2.
Hey, you got to believe in Ryan Whiteley. Ryan Whiteley said right there, hey, we're going to go for this. Let's see what happens.
So now it's Carl Albert with a lead where they want to add insurance runs as they are 6 outs away. But again, anything can happen. Still anybody's game.
Outside.
Pitch misses outside.
You see, again, when you're on the outside, the Bishop Kelley fans are just going crazy thinking that that's a strike. Well, it may have been right in as far as height goes, but it was well outside. We are directly above the plate. We can see it perfectly from here.
Hickson's 2-2 delivery. That is fouled.
Oh, shoot, almost came into our booth. Dadgummit.
Hit the press box a couple of booths over. So it's just a long A-grade lawn care foul ball.
Get me a souvenir.
Do it again at 2-2. Inside, that's called strike 3.
And it was a curveball, and it curved right in. He thought it was going to be inside, and it laid right in there. Strike 3. But the Carl Albert Titans have done a fantastic job in this 5th inning and put up 5 to go ahead of the Bishop Kelley Comets, 7-5.
All right, we'll take a break here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
Last year, 35% of all auto accident deaths were rollovers. If you've been in a wreck, don't hesitate to call us.
This is why you need our number in your phone.
This could be you. When you call our firm, you're going to get one of them.
Welcome back to the 5A State Championship game, our audio broadcast of the 5A State Championship game in baseball between Carl Albert and Bishop Kelley. We are now heading to the top of the 6th. Carl Albert with 5 runs in the bottom of the 5th to take a 7-5 lead. And, Kirk, this game is now in the hands of Lane Seaton.
Absolutely. One of the things that actually Lane Sexton. You're
Lane
talking
Sexton,
about the kid from
Newcastle guy. I knew I'd make that mistake.
So Lane Sexton. So one of the things that you get there is timely hitting. And, Joaquin Golden with the hit by pitch. Jackson Webster comes up with that double. And then you've got Camden Brown who comes up with what ends up being a ground rule double over the fence. And
going the opposite field, too.
Yeah, just doing a great job at timely hitting that puts everything in perspective, and 5 runs come across.
First pitch was a ball, second pitch is a strike. The batter is Carson Thompson, the 9-hole hitter, as it's Bishop Kelley's turn to try to make a rally. That is a check swing, didn't go around. It's going to be Mason Avery. Looked like he wanted to appeal there. But
yeah, I think I would have, because he did. He brought his bat up to flush, and there's no appeal.
Now he will appeal.
Okay, now he gets the appeal.
No harm in asking for it.
No, not at all. And his bat did come around flush. It just did not go past that 90-degree. Oh, yeah.
That catches the outside corner for strike 2. Thompson struck out looking. His last at bat, he also reached on an E5. That goes over his head, so now the count goes full. Bishop Kelley looking for some base runners. We'll see what Lane Sexton can do with this payoff pitch.
Yeah,
got him. Struck out swinging.
That's what we've got to have. We've got to have some more of that. And the reason I'm saying that is after you get up, if you can come and shut this out, maybe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's okay. But shut it out right here and get back to the plate to bat. It can turn the entire game right here.
This inning brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings on 5500 Tinker Diagonal, the top of each inning. And the timeout here as Avery's adjusting his helmet, the catcher for Carl Albert.
Yeah, I don't think he could hear.
Oh, so it's something to do with his radio receiver.
Yep.
So is there a backup plan as far as calling pitches? You wouldn't, if you've left it up to Mason Avery, it's not a bad thing.
They've got a backup apparatus. They can put a whole new apparatus in. It's no problem.
They could call a timeout if they need to, but Avery is staying in his catcher spot. And it looks like he somehow was able to signal in a pitch. For Courtney, the leadoff hitter, as we're back to the top of the order for the Comets, and that pitch is outside ball 1. Courtney singled, had an RBI ground out to shortstop, and flew out to center field today.
That's pretty.
Takes strike 1 there. The count now 1-1.
Again, if Lane will just play catch with Mason, I really believe they can make this all happen. Mason's still trying to get his hardware to work there in his helmet because he couldn't hear what was the pitch that was being sent in by the coach.
Two and 1 the count. That one is sliced foul onto the third base side, and that will be a long strike 1 and an A-grade lawn care, strike 2 and an A-grade lawn care foul ball. One and 2. That one is in the air.
That's got a
to
hole.
Left center field. It's staying in play, staying in the air long enough.
There it is.
Easy out for Jackson Webster. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Bradley Hastings now coming up to bat.
Oh, the beauty of that. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And as I said, it can go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. But let's pick it up. Let's go. Now, he has had a great day at the plate.
Yes, he has. Double or single, double, and double. That's pretty good. He just wants to get on base, though, for his teammates. Takes the inside pitch there. And that's ball 1. Takes
just
another
a little
inside
high.
pitch and high. Ball to Bradley Hastings, one of 6 lefty batters. Some of them throw right-handed, still bat left-handed. One of the unique features for Bishop Kelley. Then they've had a great season, 32-11 on the year.
Nice
Foul
strike.
tipped. That'll be strike 1.
Nice strike.
Carl Albert 32-10. So one of these teams is going to get their 33rd win, but more importantly, a nice trophy.
Again, this is the first time that this group of batters has gone against Lane Sexton.
Sexton, the 3rd pitcher used. That is high for a ball.
Hitters count right here, 3-1.
Again, Bishop Kelley needs base runners. We'll see if they can get one here. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Sexton. It is no called strike. Should not have gone with what Hastings was doing, but that pitch.
No, and again, that's that same pitch that they don't like, but it has been called consistently right there every time.
Yep, got the outside corner there. And now it's a full count. Payoff pitch. That does definitely miss, ball 4. And Bishop Kelley will have a base runner here. And a good batter coming up, and C.J. Van Buskirk, who drew a walk his last at bat, and I believe he scored a run. I think he scored 2 runs.
He did score 2 runs and got on with the fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning. But here again, righty on righty. That's a nice pitch right there.
Sexton starts out with a strike called.
I said this before. Once you get those 2 outs, hey, Hastings, he didn't hit the ball deep. He's over there on first base. He is no harm, no foul at this point.
There is a timeout called now. Van Buskirk will step back into the batter's box. And that pitch misses outside. That is ball 1. It's the number 3 hitter for Bishop Kelley up. Gets some good wood on that. Gets it over the outstretched arms of Peyton Reed, the second baseman for Carl Albert. And now there's 2 on, as that is a single to right field. And not surprising, Bishop Kelley's going to make this interesting. Coach Watley will come out. He's giving some. He's talking to the home plate umpire.
He may be changing him. That's what I said early on, was this could very well be a pitch by committee. And maybe he's just going to talk to Lane, ask him how he feels, talk to him about, hey, where are we? We've got a runner on first and second, 2 outs. We can't do a 2-out rally. Mason Avery's going to go over and change out the ball from the umpire.
Lane Sexton is a junior. He played a lot as a sophomore, so he's a veteran. He'll be back next year, but he wants this.
Absolutely, and he's definitely going to stay on the mound, I believe.
So with 2 outs, there's a force at any plate.
Force at any base, not at the plate, but yeah, at the bases.
But it looked like something changed because the home umpire is changing his lineup card.
Well,
but it is still Lane out there.
No, I'm sure he's marking down that Whiteley took off to the mound.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isaac Anderson will step up to the plate. He ground out to first, had a bloop single, and lined out to second.
Let's just have him fly out again. That'll be okay. That's pretty. Oh, must have been a little high. It's hard to tell up and down from here, but that was right where the umpire has been calling them, on that outside edge.
Count is 1-0. That misses inside on that second pitch, 2-0.
It's okay, Lane. Come back. Come back and get him. Give him something to play with, and we'll get out of this inning.
Looking for just one more out, and they'll be 3 outs away. But Bishop Kelley's going to make him work as that third pitch is called the ball well inside. And now some stressful pitches coming up for Lane Sexton. See if Anderson takes. He does. Right down the pipe, strike one. We've seen Carl Albert execute some really good pitches on a 3-1 count. We'll see what Isaac Anderson's approach is for Bishop Kelley. Here's the 3-1 delivery, and that is called a strike. Again, like you're talking about, Kirk.
Same place.
The batters are like, they think it's a ball. They step towards first, but it's called a strike, so a good outside strike called there for our pitch made by Lane Sexton. It's a full count. The tying run at first base will take off with this pitch.
Sexton steps off the rubber. Come on.
Payoff pitch coming. Here we go. That's outside, ball 4.
Loads the bases.
And now the tying run is in scoring position. I mean, these championship games can get wild like that because, again, of the pitchers you're using, you're going to your third, fourth, fifth pitchers. So a walk for Isaac Anderson. Here's Tommy Lord, the DH, who had a 2-run double earlier. And he's looking for another one, maybe a 3-run double. He swings away.
Catch it.
It's
catch
in the
it,
air.
Catch it.
Left field, and it's going to go
play.
foul. You had two fast guys going after it. Jordan Hawkins, who's playing shortstop right now, and Jackson Webster. They gave it a run. They couldn't quite get to it, so it'll be a long strike one and an A-grade lawn care foul ball.
There again, you've got just enough wind that those are going to continue to fade towards the third base side, and that's exactly what that did. It was playable, but it was a long ways from where Jordan and Jackson were. But you know what it is?
Long strike one.
Long strike. That's right.
So Sexton gets ahead in the count this time. You see a big lead for Van Buskirk, the tying run at second base, as that pitch is outside for a ball.
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody that's going to be holding these guys on. You got 2 outs. You need something that's going to stay in front of you.
That is in the dirt. We can say dirt now because we're on a grass field.
And a great job by Mason Avery not to let that get to be a pass ball because that would have scored a run. Lane's got to focus in right here. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Lane Sexton pitching to Tommy Lord. A 2-1 pitch coming right up. That is in the air. Straight away, center field coming on is Boston Holland for the big out. And Carl Albert holds the line, and they are 3 outs away from another state championship this school year and another state championship in baseball. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, welcome back to our audio broadcast of the 5A State Championship game here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Jordan Ray, Kirk Norman. Carl Albert with an incredible rally once Coach K started to stand.
That's right, not sitting down.
5-run bottom of the 5th inning, and now they want some more insurance runs.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things you look back, you've got to look back at this 6th inning. And, I said, hey, you have to shut them down right here, and that makes it so the pressure is all on Bishop Kelley. But what happened, too, was even though Carl Albert loaded the bases, they worked through the top of the lineup. And so coming back to bat now is the 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Bishop Kelley Comets in the top of the 7th. And so Carl Albert up by 2. You definitely want to put anything on the board at this point. And we're going to see how this plays out. And Carl Albert is starting out with the top of their lineup again. So what a place, what a position to be in. Coach Whiteley's got to be feeling pretty good right now. Not good enough to say anything's over, but good enough to say we couldn't have set ourselves up any better for this bottom of the 6th.
Taking a little bit more time to start this inning, as I believe we see a pitching change for Bishop Kelley.
Looks like number 2 is in there, Gavin Nichols, and he is listed only as a pitcher, and he is a senior for the Bishop Kelley Comets.
So Nichols will be pitching to Peyton Lockridge. Lockridge ground out to short, had a double, flew out to center field last inning, and will bat for the 4th time here.
Well, I can tell you this, he's got some speed. He definitely got some speed, but that one was low and outside.
1-0 count.
That was right
1-1
in there. Remember that a hard throwing pitcher will give up long balls. There's 2.
Boy, he is getting in there quickly.
And I'm telling you what, Lockridge is just standing still. You've got to at least throw the bat out there in front of it. That was in the dirt.
2-2.
Come on, Peyton. Be ready for it to happen.
Here comes Nichols, 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
Outside, strike 3.
That's the type of pitching that made you make a Bishop Kelley fan ask, why didn't he come in sooner?
Exactly.
Patrick Doobie strikeout, out number 1.
It was well outside, though. Lockridge just took that. Now, this is where Jordan Hawkins has an opportunity. Jordan Hawkins is going to go on and play college ball, and he's seen this kind of speed before.
He had a base hit up to center field last at bat.
Well outside.
Takes the ball there. And that base hit's really when you knew something could happen, something special could happen for Carl Albert that last inning, the bottom of the 5th, and it did.
And that's where the pitch has been called over and over again. Jordan knows that.
Outside strike called, outside corner of the zone. 1-1 the count with 1 out here.
Well outside.
That third pitch of the at-bat is a ball, 2-1 the count. Ball 3.
This is one of those times when I honestly believe his pitching coach is telling him we're not going to give him anything that can be driven. So he's staying outside on him every time. And
Swung
that time he
missed.
came in. But he was staying outside on him every time, hoping to diminish some of that power. But here we are, full count.
Payoff delivery by Nichols, misses, and Hawkins will reach via a walk in what may be his final plate appearance as a Titan.
Jackson Webster.
And Jackson Webster, who had one of 2 massive doubles, his double tied the game. And then he scored. Takes an inside ball there.
Yep. And that, again, I'll say it for our batters as well. It's not just the Bishop Kelley batters. He's been calling that all day. You got to get ready for it.
There goes Hawkins. He'll get there easily. He had a good jump.
Yeah,
really good jump. We haven't seen a lot of steals attempted, but
he could have stood up.
Yeah.
hate to say that, but honestly, Andrew Nix got caught off guard there. He was not thinking that Hawkins was going to go on that.
Count is 1-1. Swung on and missed, now 1-2.
Nice cut by Webster, though. He had to take that swing. It was definitely a strike. Just a little bit behind. And again, that's why you bring a guy in that's kind of a closer, throws a whole different speed.
Nichols looking for the strikeout, and Webster
just got
stays
his bat
in play.
in the way of that.
An excuse me swing foul ball, A-grade lawn care foul ball, and he stays alive. We have a text from Tracy about the state championships won by Carl Albert. There's one we didn't mention before. We'll talk about that when we have time for it. Did he get hit? No, it just gets away, and Hawkins will take third with less than 2 outs. That's going to be a wild pitch, and could be another insurance run if Jackson Webster can just put the ball in play effectively here as the count goes to 2-2. So Hawkins now at third. He stole second and advanced on a wild pitch. The infield is in for Bishop Kelley. That pitch is hit foul and out of play. A-grade lawn care foul ball. So the state championships won for Carl Albert. Softball, football, boys and girls swim, as you well know. Girls basketball, boys golf, and Palm.
That's right, and took runner-up in wrestling and runner-up in boys basketball.
They don't want another runner-up here, though. And that pitch, they appealed to the first base umpire, and it's called a ball, saying that it was a check swing for Jackson Webster, and that will make the count go full.
Yeah, they were wanting that really bad. I mean, they wanted it really bad.
Again, the infield is in for Bishop Kelley. They don't want any more runs scored. Payoff pitch.
Oh, he went outside.
Swung on and missed.
Jackson Webster went chasing, and that was a walk for sure.
Looked like he may be disappointed about something as he's getting encouraged by his teammates.
Well, and
it's tough when you go against a pitcher that can throw like that.
And he may have said something because the umpire, stepped behind him and said, "Hey, move on off here." And it's frustrating, especially when you see one that is going that far outside and you can't stop yourself. You're swinging.
Joaquin Golden, who has reached not through a hit, but through an error and 2 hit by pitches. He scored on the last one. He scored on both of them, I should say.
He scored 3 times.
He scored
now.
3 times. Yeah.
He is the best guy. He gets he gets there. He reaches on an error, gets hit twice, scores 3 times. Been a good game for him. He might be sore.
2-0, make it 2-1 as that pitch is called a strike on the inside corner. That misses 3-0. They might not even mess with him now.
Any kind of base hit
for 3-1 now
is 100% going to score because Jordan Hawkins just a speed demon.
And they walk him.
That puts 2 on.
So runners at the corners.
And the coach is going to come out here and complain about the call.
Oh, he may
get bumped. He may get bumped. He's coming back at the ump.
Home plate umpire doesn't want that.
He's yelling at him.
He's just telling him to get back to the dugout.
And they're going to mark him down as a warning. And if he comes back out again, he's going to be watching on NFHS or he's going to be listening to the Oklahoma Sports Network audio only.
Zach Postoke. I didn't think any of the pitches to Joaquin were that close.
No, they weren't close at all. Lane Sexton comes up.
He had an RBI single.
Runners on first and third, 2 outs. Lane Sexton comes to the bat. He got a single his last time at bat.
And that's what tied the game at 5.
Remember, anything here, any insurance here is good.
We have not seen a batter put the ball in play yet. There's been 2 strikeouts and 2 walks against Nichols. That is good play.
To the pitcher.
That'll be an easy out at first as Nichols runs it over. And so, Carl Albert will be trying to protect a 2-run lead this next inning. 3 outs away from another state championship in baseball. We'll be right back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
At Tommy's Express Car Wash, we know how to love your ride. Try the Works Wash with our signature 14-step cleaning process, engineered to shine and shield your car from the elements. From breaking down dirt and bugs with our Detox Pre-Wash to restoring your vehicle's finish with our ceramic body wax. Give your car the best with our Top Wash. Then complete the clean with free vacuums and mat washers. Download our app and get your first 30 days of the works for free. Tommy's Express. Love your ride.
Welcome back to our audio presentation of the 5A state championship game on the Oklahoma Sports Network. This is the Buffalo Wild Wings top of the 7th inning. Carl Albert, 3 outs away from their 9th state championship in baseball. And counting, if you count Palm, and I guess Palm should count, that would be 8.
It does. It's just not, it's different than an OSSAA state championship.
Right.
It's just a different style of championship, but still a state championship.
Yeah, it's not, I don't believe it's OSAA sanctioned.
Right.
So it just depends on how you define those state championships. But the thing is, they will have a banner, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%.
At the in the field house.
Yep.
And Carl Albert looking for a banner they could put in their baseball field right now.
So Carl Albert wants to take this right here and not worry about going back to the bats. So 3 outs away, and you're starting with your 6-hitter, McCade Manning.
Lane Sexton, it's his game now for the Titans, trying to be the winning pitcher, and he gets strike 1. If Carl Albert holds on, we will switch our webcam to show the celebration, and then we'll have another camera to get a close-up of what's going on. So at that point, we're no longer audio only, but we cannot show video of the actual game, but we can show the aftermath, as this is now a 1-1 count to Manning. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That is sliced foul.
Big long strike.
A-grade lawn care foul ball and strike 2. Manning flew out to left field, ground out to second, and has a 2-run single. He needs, for his team, another single.
That one was way outside.
The 1-2 pitch makes it 2-2. Sexton delivering to Manning.
Yeah, that one's just a little bit too far. Here we go, Lane. Don't lose him here. Give him something. Let the defense work. Let's go.
Full count. That misses.
Low.
And Bishop Kelley needed that. They have the tying run now at the plate with that walk. It's the bottom of the order.
This is a pinch hitter, number 44 coming in, Jack Rame. He's a sophomore infielder.
So it's interesting. They're pinch hitting for their 7th place hitter, Max Treat. It's Jack Rehm. Hope we're pronouncing that right. R-E-H-M. Sexton throws a strike, first pitch.
Little off-speed pitch there, and Rame just had to watch.
That gets past Avery. Not a run that Crawford's too worried about, but that does take the double play off, as Manning will take second. on what's either a wild pitch or pass ball.
Yeah, it's a pass ball. It went down under him.
And just as important, it's a ball in the count, so 1-1. Bishop Kelley trying to send this game to the bottom of the 7th, and then maybe beyond. Carl Albert trying to shut the door right here.
Yeah.
That's in there, strike 2. 1-2 the count. Sexton's going to look to focus on the batter. Here's the pitch to Rame. Oh, stayed alive there with an A-grade lawn care foul ball. Fouled off his foot. Really didn't feel good, but he looks okay.
Nice pitch there. Get in on the hands, hoping it gets past. That time he was able to just fight off. Still counts 1-2.
So we'll do it again at 1-2. Sexton to Ream.
That looked good!
Called strike 3. They're 2 outs away. Patrick Doobie strikeout. Scan the QR code for a free quote.
You can be 2 pitches away. You can be 6 pitches away. These last outs are the hardest to get. Everybody talks about it.
And included Blake Unruh, who produced for us on Thursday, and he's dead on when he's told us that.
Oh, yeah.
First pitch to Andrew Nix is a strike.
Second time Sexton's used that off speed to get that first strike.
Oh, 1. That is in the air. Foul territory in right field. And it's going to be a long strike 2.
Got to the netting and made it just out of play.
Nix grounded out to shortstop, walked, flew out to center field.
0-2.
He hopes to get on base one more time where he would represent the tying run, and they could run for him, of course. They'd probably run for him anyway, but he's the catcher, so easy to run for him. But he's got to get on base first, and he's down the count now 0-2.
Getting this out. 0-2. Come on, Lane.
Now
umpire calls time.
Hump wants something going on there. Not even sure what that is. And now we will see an 0-2 pitch to Nix from Sexton. Kicks, fires.
That's pretty
called strike 3. They're 1 out away.
Bring him up!
Another Patrick Doobie strikeout, and Lane Sexton's on fire right now, and he could be at the bottom of a dog pile soon.
What a pitch coming in there. Great job by Lane Sexton, staying focused where he needs to focus, and that second out is so important.
It's up to Carson Thompson to stay alive for the Comets. Maybe 1 pitch away. He takes ball 1.
That was low. That same off speed just didn't have the height on it to get in there in the strike zone.
Thompson reached via an E5 and then struck out 2 more times. He puts that
Got
one in play. Holland is there.
That's
Carl Albert wins another state title in baseball.
Yes! Yes! And they did it!
Now you see the dog pile. We'll get our other camera set up. There's our wide shot. You can see it's definitely happened. We're not just saying it now. You can see it. Carl Albert in their big red has won another state title in baseball. We're going to let Kirk get that camera ready where he can zoom in.
There we go.
And here's our
the celebration
shot.
is happening. What a fantastic game. The Titans come back in the 5th inning and hold on by putting 5 runs down in the 5th and hold on for the championship, winning 7-5. Bishop Kelley out-hit them, and still the Titans were able to put the runs across the plate.
Well, when you have not one but two-run doubles, just clutch base hits from Jackson Webster, and how about Camden Brown?
They're going to line up here so that they can shake hands with the Bishop Kelley Comets. It's one of the things that you always see in baseball. The Comets come in as runners up again. The coaches are going to shake hands.
Classy gestures. You know, the Bishop Kelley coach, Postoke, has to be very disappointed, of course, as he was upset with the umps an inning ago, but goes ahead and shakes hands with the Carl Albert coaches. He's got a great program. Unfortunately, this decade, the Comets just have not been able to beat Carl Albert in the state championship game. They're now 0 for 3 in that. And they came closest today and led much of this game. Carl Albert led 1-0. And then it was 3-1 Bishop Kelley, 3-2 Bishop Kelley after another run for Carl Albert. 5-2 Bishop Kelley in the bottom of the fifth. And that's when the resilient Carl Albert Titans did what they had to do. And they're going to be presented with medals here in a state championship trophy. We hope to go down and find where the players are meeting and do some record some interviews with Carl Albert we can put on social media. No interviews during this stream, but you can see it right now. They are hugging it out. 9th state championship in a span of 20 years.
That's right.
First one was 2007. Jordan Price, Coach Jay Price's oldest son, was on that team that got it done for the first time. They also won their first basketball boys state title that year.
Again, it's about building a program. And, you know, you can build a team. Everybody can build a team. But when you build a program and you're able to sustain that kind of power, that kind of influence in the lives of these young men, and some of our seniors are going to be graduating, and, well, they're all going to be graduating. These seniors are going to be graduating on Thursday, but they will remember this for the rest of their lives. I guarantee it.
Seniors include Mason Avery. What a great career he had. A big part of them winning the state title 2 years ago when they last won it at Bricktown Ballpark over Duncan. Jason Purcell played a lot for him this year. Jordan Hawkins, what a state tournament he had. Played all over the field. Switch hitter, never had to bat right-handed today, but he's good at that. Carson Ring, last time suiting up for Carl Albert. Alex Cavazos. Peyton Lockridge, who I don't remember where he moved in from, but this is his only year at Carl Albert, and he made it a memorable one. Very effective leadoff hitter and outfielder. Porter Cruz, who would often come in as a courtesy runner for him. Those are the seniors, but you'll notice there's a lot of good players that we did not name that are not seniors.
Now, the Carl Albert team, they're standing here watching the runner-up medals being passed out to the Bishop Kelley Comets and applauding, very respectful. This is a quality opponent that took them exactly to the line of what they needed, and then they came up big in the fifth inning to take back that state championship.
And Bishop Kelley will have some good players returning as well, including Tommy Lord. This is all assuming they don't move out. You never know these days, but we go off the assumption that you're on a team this good, whether you're on Carl Albert or Bishop Kelley, and you're not a senior, you're coming back. Calvin Buskirk, very good player, coming back. Carson Thompson coming back. Cooper Courtney coming back for Bishop Kelley. Brady Hastings, a sophomore, coming back. Max Treat coming back. McCade Manning, Ben Hickson, Jack Ream. So Bishop Kelley will be very much in the thick of things next year. We could see a rematch. And these teams played twice in the regular season. I expect them to play next year because another thing about good programs, Kirk, is they play good programs where they can schedule outside district play.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, look at what happened today. We had a bunch of young guys grow up. We started a freshman, a sophomore. I mean, we've got young guys across the field, and there again, that's what it takes to build a program. you can't rely on just your veterans. You've got to rely on that young group and getting game time in a state championship event. We do it in every sport. So, absolutely.
Here we go.
And there's the trophy that is passed out. That is the runner-up trophy. It is a beautiful trophy. It just happens to feel hollow. I've accepted several of those myself, and you're happy to have it, and yet disappointed you didn't earn the big boy.
All right, they're going to start presenting to Carl Albert. Real quick, Kirk, any idea where to go for player of the game?
Oh, man. I mean, Jackson Webster blew it open.
That was probably the biggest hit. And even though they haven't tied yet, they're still trailing.
No.
But it set things up for him.
No, but he blew it open and really made the impact. And here you're going to see the Carl Albert Titans receiving their medals. I'll get you as close as I can when it still receive all the players.
Usually this goes in numerical order, so they're starting with the low numbers. Boston Holland just got one. But they have a lot of players. That's another healthy sign of a good baseball program.
Absolutely. One of the things that is so enjoyable here about baseball, we don't get to do it in all the sports, but in baseball especially and football, is that you've got your coaches that are actually handing out your awards. And I can't tell you how special that is as a coach to be able to pass out that medal and place it over your athlete's neck.
You know, one of the things about this Carl Albert team, we went to the postseason not knowing if they would have enough starting pitching. They didn't really establish a good number 2 starter during the season, but they still won a lot of games because of their offense. And the question was, could they develop a starting pitcher that was good to go in pitching-wise? And they did for yesterday when they beat Pryor, thanks to Lucas Perrymore. So a big shout-out to him. And then sometimes you're going to have to win a game by scoring runs. And they did here, scoring 7 runs to Bishop Kelley's 5. So it wasn't necessarily one great single pitching outing, although Lane Sexton, of course, obviously very effective, the winning pitcher here. But effective enough, and then you had your offense get it done when they needed to. Bolden just got his. And for a lot of these players, this is really the first time celebrating. I know the seniors, a lot of them were on the team 2 years ago, but most of them did not play on the team 2 years ago. And I can speak from experience, Kirk. I've gotten medals as a bench player in basketball and as a starter. It feels a lot different when you're a starter. They all, though, are celebrating that trophy. There's even a chase for it. I believe that's Mason Avery that has it.
Well, they're going over to the student section. We can't shoot that because it's way below our booth. But they're going to the student section and talking about their parents. And, you know, it's one of the unsung heroes of all of athletics, especially in high school, is that, you know, this parent group, they have fundraised. They have sent these guys all over the country and to get what they need. There's a huge commitment on the whole family, not just the players and the coaches. And they're going to set up here for us to have a great shot.
We'll go ahead and get that camera shot, and we want to get it it has the sign that they were hoping to get. And this will circulate throughout social media on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, and more. That they are your 2026 5A state champions in baseball. And they came from behind. And this win and their win against Pryor. First round they beat Collinsville, held on that one 6-3. So they played nothing but East Side teams. And just thinking about the freshmen and sophomores who played on this team, Kirk, and and also experienced players heading into this year that weren't seniors, juniors. Boston Holland having him back, Lane Sexton,
Mason Avery pumping the state trophy above his head. He's worked awfully hard and brought up a lot of young men.
Wow, he'll leave a legacy. He's pitched in 3 state tournament games and was awesome in all 3. And he's done it in the semifinals 2 years ago, quarterfinals last year against Pryor, which was in defeat, but he was really good in that game. And then 2 days ago, and now he got to catch these next two games, and that was really important for the other Carl Albert pitchers.
They're going to take a picture in front of the students and the parents.
There is a game coming up after this, so at some point they're going
to kick us out.
Head to the dugout, and I think we'll be good. We're going to come down, try to get some interviews, and then we'll take off. But it's Mustang and Edmond Santa Fe. It's a good, interesting 6A matchup. Not our deal, but I'll be interested to see who wins that game. Okay, player of the game, brought to you by Whataburger. We'll share the wealth. We'll give it to Jackson Webster with a huge 2-run double to get the offense going in the bottom of the 5th inning. And then I'm going to throw in Lane Sexton, the winning pitcher.
Lane did a fantastic job coming in and settled everything down. I said to you, I don't remember if I said it on the air or off the air, but I said Lane Sexton can come in and shut this thing down, and that's exactly what he did.
Whataburger on 15th is our player of the game sponsor. Build your Whata deal today at Whataburger with a new Big Ranch wrap, premium Whata Chick in bites, or the Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. Eat big for just a little at Whataburger. We want to thank our sponsors for Middale Baseball this year. That includes the Eastside Church of Christ for starting lineups. We couldn't use this sponsor today because we can't show film of the game, but Triple H Screen Printing, our instant replay sponsor. Buffalo Wild Wings, our inning sponsor. Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance, our other inning sponsor. Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance also is our strikeout sponsor. And A-Grade Lawn Care, who mowed my lawn today, is our foul ball sponsor. All right, so this summer there may be some interesting stuff going on in the Oklahoma Sports Network, including the roller derby. And, of course, they got the Bears, that professional football team that plays their games at Del City High School for home games. But our next high school sports broadcast will be football. But an amazing school year of sports, Kirk, obviously for Carl Albert.
Absolutely.
But
and it might not be over. I mean, we've got state tennis going on, we've got the state track meet going on, but absolutely what an amazing year for the Carl Albert Titans, winning in the fall softball and football, in the winter boys swim, girls basketball. Then in the spring, boys golf. Palm also came in there, and now with a spring sport again, baseball, and for the 9th state title in the history of the program, what an amazing day.
And again, in 20 years.
That's right.
So they own almost half. And think about this. I say 20 years. I should adjust that to 19 because of COVID in 2020.
There you go.
So it actually spans 19 played seasons from 2007, and Carl Albert's almost at a 50% clip at winning state titles in baseball. You go back to 1989, and they're over 50% in football, which, again, will be our next sport come late August. So check your listings for the games we'll have then. But for now, as you can see, Kirk focusing in on a picture that says it all. Carl Albert, they just took it off, but you saw it for a brief period. Carl Albert, your 5A state champions in baseball. Congratulations to the Titans. And, Kirk, thank you for doing all the baseball, a lot of baseball this year. This is the most you've done. So
It is.
I hope we do more with you next year. As Carl Albert should have a loaded team and then some. But we'll go ahead and call it now. So thank you for tuning in for all the Middale sports we had on this amazing 2025-2026 school year. We're going to sign off once and for all for this school year. We look forward to the next one and all the sports that come with it right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.